Konoha. Exposure of Six Paths Naruto, shocking the ninja world. Chapter 51. Uzumaki Naruto is suspended in the air as a whole, and his arms and legs are entangled by Gaara again. In general, it is indeed impossible to act. But who would have expected that he actually made up for the final distance by using the inertia of swinging his body to rush forward? Head hammer. This method of attack is beyond the imagination of ordinary carbon-based ninjas. However, it worked wonders. When the head went down, blood only flowed from the foreheads of Naruto and Gaara, directly knocking Gaara into a daze. Audience. Everyone was suddenly speechless. After going through all kinds of things before, and watching Uzumaki Naruto's operation again, everyone calls out to be an expert in their hearts. It is indeed you, Uzumaki Naruto. Perhaps in the entire ninja world, only Naruto can come up with such a unique attack method that doesn't care about image at all. Uzumaki Naruto, Gaara. The hard fighting power of the two is at the top of the branch, and the sword stuck in the middle of the ground is the sword at the waist of Toad Bunta. Squeak. The two stared at each other, and moved their steps together. Gamma Bunta is also unable to help Uzumaki Naruto because of chakra's excessive consumption. The incarnation of white smoke disappeared in an instant, and what followed it was the Taidao on its waist. The moment the sword disappeared, it was like blowing the final battle horn. Uzumaki Naruto and Gaara simultaneously use all their strength to jump high. Ah! The two let out a final roar at the same time, and punched each other. Boom! Finally, Gaara receives a hard punch in the face from Uzumaki Naruto. The two then fell from the towering tree together and hit the ground hard. Did Uzumaki Naruto win? I see that Gaara can no longer move. It should be Uzumaki Naruto. It's horrible, this guy really beat Gaara. No, Uzumaki Naruto doesn't seem to be able to move either. The two of them really tried their best. In Sunagakur, everyone stared at the scene in front of them in disbelief. Impossible, I love. Gaara lost. No way, even that Gaara lost to that kid Uzumaki Naruto. Awakened Shokuru, even the terrifying monster can't defeat Uzumaki Naruto. It was a real surprise. No, it should be said that the ninja of Konoha village, Uzumaki Naruto is a more terrifying existence. What can we do? Let him develop for a few more years, wouldn't our Sunagakur be better than Konoha? Quote. Sunagakur's ninjas are still in shock. They don't know what they want in their hearts. Gaara is the shadow in their hearts, and they hope that Gaara will disappear in front of them from now on. But the defeat of Gaara and Uzumaki Naruto illustrated a more serious problem. That is Sunagakur's weapon of war. Even the awakened Shukaku cannot defeat the boy of Konoha village. If this continues, the future Sunagakur will be even more unable to hold its head up in front of Konoha village. Gaara has no extra chakra, and Haruno Sakura's shackles dissipate, and Sasuke uses it the moment Haruno Sakura lands. Seeing Gaara's defeat, Temari turned around again and met the injured Kankuro halfway. Gaara lay quietly on the ground, tilting her head and looking at Uzumaki Naruto, who was less than 10 meters away from her. Why is this guy so powerful? Gaara's eyes trembled, but she said with hatred in her heart, my existence will never disappear, it will never disappear. However, Uzumaki Naruto is acting abnormally, he is wriggling and crawling towards Gaara. Monster. Go to hell. Monster. It's him, don't come here, you monster. Gaara and Uzumaki Naruto simultaneously recalled scenes from their past at the same time. That pain, that feeling. The loneliness that no one can understand is suffocating and desperate. It's like I shouldn't exist in this world in the first place. I can't find the direction to live, and I can't find the reason for existence. Painful memories flashed through my mind, and Gaara slowly opened her eyes. The moment Gaara saw Naruto, she panicked. Don't come here. Gaara was startled. What kind of monster is the other party? Why does it come to this point? Even with its chin wriggling, it still keeps getting closer to itself. Terrible. However, Uzumaki Naruto raised his head in a daze, his pupils trembling, and said, it must be uncomfortable to be alone. For some reason, I can deeply understand your feelings. But I already have someone I love. I won't let you hurt them, otherwise even if I kill you, I will definitely stop you. Naruto's words made Gaara, who was in panic, fall into confusion. Why did you do this for them? Because. It was their existence that saved me from the lonely hell. Uzumaki Naruto's answer made Gaara fall into deep thought. No struggle, no resistance. Gaara chose to lie flat and quietly looked at the sky above her head. Yashimaru's words echoed in the forest constantly. Feelings are the intention of dedicating love and protection to the loved ones around you. Emotions. That's why that guy is so powerful. Gaara muttered to herself. At this moment, the arrival of Uchiha Sasuke stops the squirming Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto, enough is enough. Little Sakura is fine. Yeah. Naruto tilted his head when he heard the sound, and fainted heavily with a smile. Meanwhile, Sasuke is taken aback by the arrival of Temari and Kankuro. Gaara is without chakra, but his two companions. The two also kept Gaara behind them, looking warily at Uchiha Sasuke, who had not retreated from the spell. Forget it, stop fighting. Gaara said weakly. Gaara. Kankuro looked at Gaara, who was so weak in amazement, with a frightened expression on his whole body. Without saying anything, he quickly helped Gaara up, followed by Temari, and the two quickly fled the scene with Gaara. Is Uzumaki Naruto? Gaara mutters Naruto's name in her heart, as if she has made some decision. The next second, he called softly, Temari. Kankuro. Sorry. The words, I'm sorry, came to Temari and Kankuro's ears, and they were taken aback. After looking at each other, Kankuro said in a low voice. No. It's all right. The video slowly came to an end. The ending is unexpected. The duel between Uzumaki Naruto and Gaara wasn't really decided. If coma is used as the judgment condition, then Naruto will lose. But, for them, it doesn't seem to matter whether they win or lose. This kid. Fourth Raikage, Onoki, Luo Sha, and other ninjas at cage level in Pure Land World couldn't help being startled. Especially Luo Sha, he knows Gaara's character well. Under various influences, Gaara's character is even more brutal than the video. Even if Temari and Kankuro are his older sister and big brother, as long as Gaara is upset, he will still kill them. Apologize to them. This simply doesn't exist. But after the fight with Uzumaki Naruto, Gaara seemed to have changed. This kid actually has the power to change other people's ideas. This is what makes Uzumaki Naruto truly terrifying. Yuki. Hehe, Kurama, your Jinchuriki is very interesting. Ah. But Shukaku, you didn't release the tailed beast bomb in the end. Shuhei. Gaara, let's go fight Uzumaki Naruto in Konoha village now. Gaara. Sunagakur. Gaara's mind is going to explode. Since he failed to kill Uzumaki Naruto, Shukaku screamed in dissatisfaction with him. What is this? As a tailed beast, he couldn't even defeat a brat and a toad. This is simply a disgrace to the tail beast world. Luo Sha was also troubled by it. Jinchuriki, whom he cultivated so hard, lost to Uzumaki Naruto in this way. Fortunately, the existence of the magical screen may have a huge impact on the ninja world. For example, if Senju Hashirama is resurrected, there is no need for other villages to panic, because Shendu, the ninja, is resurrected, and no one will care about the ninja village. Gap. After all, no one can compare to Konoha village. Of course, there is also Uchiha Madara, who is silent. If this guy is resurrected, there seems to be no war between ninja village. According to the older generation's understanding of Uchiha Madara, if this guy is resurrected alone, the ninja village may be able to unite against Uchiha Madara. It seems useless to think too much. And looking at Uzumaki Naruto's naive appearance, as long as you don't provoke him, he will generally not provoke you. Even, there is a feeling of being cheated. Ding. Question 1 with a prize quiz. Congratulations to Garura for answering correctly. Reward her resurrection. The resurrection location is Sunagakur, and the resurrection time inventory is over. Kankuro answered wrongly and forced him to dance and sing for 3 minutes. Nani. In Sunagakur, before Kankuro could react, his body sang and danced as if uncontrollably. Gaara. Temari. Kankuro, why did you participate in the answer? Kankuro was speechless, it was too embarrassing to sing and dance in front of so many people. He replied out of breath. Isn't Gaara sure to win this kind of thing? Why not have this kind of opportunity to get rewards? Who would have thought that the final answer would not be Gaara's victory? But it doesn't matter. Mom answered correctly, which is better than anything else. As high-quality ninjas, the three siblings did not respond to Garua's resurrection on the surface. In fact, I was very excited. At least they can feel what maternal love is in the future. Tamari. Mother, you are the choice. Ja Ruo. I chose it at random. I think it's good for the two to draw. After all, I really don't want teenagers of Naruto and Gaara's age to fight each other, and they are both Jinchuriki. Jinchuriki. Everyone knows what Jinchuriki stands for. It is a very painful thing to have the same tragic experience, but also to fight each other. Ja Ruo's explanation is easy to understand, perhaps as a mother, or as a woman. Even ninjas have soft hearts. Senju Tobarama. The correct answer is tie. Fourth Raikage. Is it a tie? I don't understand. I feel like Uzumaki Naruto won. Kankuro. I still feel like Gaara won. Naruto passed out one step earlier. Inuzuka Tooth. According to you, Naruto punched Gaara in the face in the final attack. Gaara was the one who was beaten. I thought Naruto won. Terumi Mei. So the final decision is a tie. No matter what it is, I didn't participate anyway. Onoki. A weak question, which of you participated in the guessing of the number of Shadow Clone? Fourth Raikage. Terumi Mei. Luo Sha. The three said in unison. Third Tsuchikage. You won't choose 80 in the second question, right? Onoki. No. I think Uzumaki Naruto is peculiar, so the number of choices is 200. 3 people. Fourth Raikage. Third Tsuchikage. If it doesn't work, hurry up and appoint fourth Tsuchikage's successor now. Onoki. Ding. Question 2 with prize quiz. Because Onogi answered wrongly, he was punished for 10 minutes of back pain. Low back pain that lasts 10 minutes. Onoki was taken aback. Onoki. This dog system is probably trying to take my life. Onoki. It hurts too much. Sarutobi Hiruzen. During the playback of the next video, a small video will be inserted, please enjoy it. The mechanical sound of the system brought everyone back to their thoughts again. The video clip flickers continuously. Sarutobi Hiruzen with the Kusanagi sword in his chest just grabs Orochimaru's shoulder. It seems that I don't have the strength to completely pull out your soul. You are obsessed with ninjutsu and waste ninjutsu. I will give you an appropriate punishment, and I will take away all your ninjutsu. What are you talking about, old man? Don't. Seal. Because of the ghoul seal, Orochimaru, your hands can no longer be used in this life, and there is no way to seal. Your ambition to destroy Konoha village is over. Give me back my hands, you old fool. You old guy with a dying candle in the wind, you actually used my ninjutsu. Orochimaru, you've become stupid. I'm sorry I couldn't take you with me, but sooner or later we will meet in that world. Pervy Sage, why should we go on an interview trip together? No, this is not a simple interview trip. I have a woman who wants to be interviewed. I don't have time to interview women with you. I want to practice. I want Mr. Kakashi to teach me all kinds of ninjutsu, such as Chidori. I have anything. Oh, Chidori, but I don't think you can learn that trick. You should go on a trip with me to interview, and that woman is very beautiful, do you want to see her too? I don't want to at all. I'm not the kind of kid who can be deceived by pervy Sage's sweet words, anyway, I won't go. Ah. It's really a pity. I originally wanted to teach you a ninjutsu that is even more powerful than Chidori. Forget it. I'll take Sasuke there. Huh. Uzumaki Naruto twitched his ears and hurriedly stopped Jiraiya. I've figured it out. I'd better go. I'm going to tidy up and salute now. Pervy Sage, stay where you are and don't move. The hard rubber ball is pierced with a small hole by the spinning chakra. Looks like I've made some progress. No, it's just a small hole and it's not broken as a whole. Haha, you can't say that, here you are. Jiraiya hands the popsicle to Uzumaki Naruto. Wow, delicious. Uzumaki Naruto lay on the ground, feeling wretched. Shizune keeps comforting him. Beside them, a deep pit extends to the feet of a woman with twin ponytails. Jiraiya, is that you? Teach him Rasengan. Do you know what you're doing? You and 4th Hokage are the only ones who can use this ninjutsu. Is it what a master should do to teach him ninjutsu that he can't control well? That's why this kind of kid loves to have Hokage dreams. Stupid idiot, I'm not talking nonsense, I only need 3 days to master this kind of task. Roar. If you have ambition, a man must do what he says. HMPH. If you have something to say, just do what you say. This is my ninja way. There are groups. In this case, let's make a bet, I will give you a week. As long as you can master that ninjutsu, I will admit that you can become Hokage. Wait. Although the video flickered a few frames. But the information content in it is huge. Did 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen die in battle? The person Jiraiya traveled with Uzumaki Naruto to interview was Tsunade. On the way, Jiraiya began to instruct Uzumaki Naruto Rasengan in his practice. And Naruto has achieved something, Rasengan has been formed, but the control is not strong enough, so it cannot be released normally. Calculated according to time. Just looking for someone, it shouldn't take too long at Jiraiya's level. Namikaze Minato, the A-level ninjutsu Rasengan created by 4th Hokage, Uzumaki Naruto actually learned it in a short period of time. More importantly, Sarutobi Hiruzen was killed by Orochimaru as the 3rd Hokage of Konoha village. This thing is shocking. I remember that Orochimaru, Tsunade, and Jiraiya are all Sannin in the legend of Konoha, and their masters are all Sarutobi Hiruzen. Yes, Orochimaru, this belongs to the teacher who killed himself. It seems that Orochimaru is also an S-rank rebel. It's not surprising that he did such a thing, but I didn't expect him to kill his own teacher. I understand. This system wants us to watch Naruto practice Rasengan, so I will explain the cause and effect of the matter by the way. Konoha village 3rd Hokage sacrificed, Jiraiya took Naruto to find Tsunade to inherit 5th Hokage, and taught Naruto to practice Rasengan while he was free. Can Uzumaki Naruto really master Rasengan in such a short period of time? I don't know, but his appearance has already taken shape. As long as he controls it a little bit, there should be no big problem. Of course I heard that Tsunade has a very powerful title. As long as she bets with people, she has never won. You mean Naruto can fully master Rasengan in the remaining 7 days? The short content of the video silenced the audience in the entire human ninja world. For the time being, don't care about Sarutobi Hiruzen's life or death. This Uzumaki Naruto's learning ability is a bit pervert. In the classroom, others focused on Uzumaki Naruto learning Rasengan after shocking Sarutobi Hiruzen's sacrifice. This guy really looks like he is going to master the ninjutsu created by 4th Hokage as mentioned before. That means, in the ensuing battle, Uzumaki Naruto had another attack. Moreover, it is a real offensive ninjutsu. The offensive and defensive battle of Sannin begins. Uzumaki Naruto was involved, and Tsunade committed hemophobia at a critical moment. Yakushi Kabuto is extremely arrogant. The shit Uzumaki Naruto beat, the two are not at the same combat level at all. Even, Uzumaki Naruto's erratic Rasengan was easily dodged by Yakushi Kabuto, who counterattacked and knocked Naruto to the ground. HMPH, according to the information I collected from you during the Chunin exam. I won't run away. Don't underestimate me, I accept the challenge, even if I'm genin all my life, I will become Hokage with perseverance. Now can you still say such big words? You are no longer a child. Depending on the situation, it is correct to give up and run away. After all, if you die, you will have nothing. Yakushi Kabuto shrugged his shoulders, and walked in front of Naruto. That's why children don't understand anything, so they talk about their stupid dreams as if nothing had happened. Yakushi Kabuto punches and kicks Uzumaki Naruto. Tsunade's pupils trembled while watching this scene, and he couldn't help but recall the bet he made with Uzumaki Naruto. Boom. Yakushi Kabuto kicks Naruto aside. As the blood slid down, Naruto stood up slowly again. I always keep my promise, this is my way of ninja. Shadow clone technique. Seeing Naruto's reluctance, Yakushi Kabuto has lost his patience, and even seeing Uzumaki Naruto in such a state, Yakushi Kabuto deeply felt the provocation. Then you go to die. Yakushi Kabuto roared angrily, and attacked Naruto holding kunai. Puff. A stream of blood spurts out again. Just as Yakushi Kabuto reached out his hand, Uzumaki Naruto grabbed his fist covering kunai. Now you can't escape. We're going to. The voice landed, Naruto stretched out one arm, and Shadow Clone quickly rubbed it in his palm. This chakra is the same as the flow just now. Yakushi Kabuto was shocked. Compress chakra, hold on. Uzumaki Naruto tightly grasped Yakushi Kabuto's fist, muttering something they didn't understand. Immediately. The ninjutsu is completed, Uzumaki Naruto drags Rasengan and pats Yakushi Kabuto all at once. Rasengan. The audience was completely stunned by this scene. The moment Rasengan hit Yakushi Kabuto, the extremely fast spin twisted Yakushi Kabuto's body. The moment Uzumaki Naruto let go, Yakushi Kabuto drew a deep hole in the ground, and the whole person flew out, hitting the rock behind him hard. It shattered the whole rock. Hiss. The lethality of this ninjutsu is really terrifying. Is this Rasengan? Hey, look, Sannin on the screen is shocked. Jiraiya. Oh. That guy Naruto really did it. Orochimaru. Impossible, this nine-tails brat actually knows how to use that kind of ninjutsu. Tsunade. I didn't expect it. I really didn't expect it. It's only a week, and he can really use the Rasengan. Sharp. That Uzumaki Naruto is getting better and better. He actually got involved in the Battle of Sannin, and seems to have defeated that ninja under Orochimaru. That ninja doesn't look too bad. He didn't suffer a single duel with Tsunade. Although it's a bit ineffective to use the opponent's blood phobia, but. Yinyan Village. Orochimaru froze for a moment. Then there was a cold laugh. You seem to have lost to Uzumaki Naruto. Say crap when you have the upper hand to stir up Naruto's potential. Well, you were really stupid enough. Yakushi Kabuto stared in disbelief. How could I lose to this guy Uzumaki Naruto? How old is the other party? And based on previous hints and his and Orochimaru's plans. All of this should be after the Konoha village collapse plan they intend to do. Calculated in terms of time, it will take a few months from now on. In a few months, he actually lost to a genin who just graduated from ninja school. Yakushi Kabuto was dumbfounded. This dog system purely regards itself as the background wall of Uzumaki Naruto's highlights. It is really unbearable. Sharp. Uzumaki Naruto is getting harder and harder. The future battles seem to be more and more exciting. How many surprises can this guy bring us? Don't know, but even Sannin approves of his actions. We're still looking forward to it. In classrooms. The others opened their mouths in shock. Uzumaki Naruto is strong again. As Shino said, we will be left farther and farther by Uzumaki Naruto sooner or later. That's something that can't be helped. Shikamaru shrugged. Naruto's talent in practice is not bad at all. What's even more frightening is that he worked really hard. When he was practicing Rasengan, his palms were worn out by the spinning chakra. Why don't you insist on continuing to practice? It's not just Naruto. I just heard him say that Sasuke seems to have learned Chidori under the guidance of Mr. Kakashi. Mr. Asuma, what is Chidori? Is it strong? In the face of everyone's doubts. Asuma coughed lightly, turned into a lecturer and started a small Asuma lecture class. This is a ninjutsu that Hitaki Kakashi developed alone when he was a boy. Nani? That white-haired ninja, Hitaki Kakashi, was able to develop ninjutsu alone when he was a teenager. Everyone was dumbfounded. Of course, Asuma didn't care about their reaction, because it was a very normal reaction. He continued to explain to everyone. Everyone suddenly realized. Chidori, the high-intensity current formed by the lightning-style chakra is concentrated on the hand and pierces the target with the speed of the thrust. Because the current is very strong, it will make a piercing sound like 1,000 birds, so it is named Chidori. The disadvantage is that when attacking, you need to rush to the opponent quickly. You may not be able to see the enemy clearly and be counterattacked by the opponent because the speed is too fast. You need to cooperate with Sharingan to play the most effective role. This technique combines chakra nature transformation and shape change. No wonder Mr. Kakashi wants to teach Sasuke, because Sasuke has something about Sharingan. As Jiraiya-sama said, this ninjutsu is not suitable for Naruto. Haruno Sakura tried to analyze. Naruto wrinkled his nose when he heard this, and looked at Sasuke who was listening carefully. Cut. As soon as this guy heard about his practice, he became serious. Uzumaki Naruto secretly thought in his heart. Turning his eyes, he suddenly thought of a question. That, Mr. Asuma. Chidori and Rasengan, which ninjutsu is better? Which ninjutsu is the best? Asuma and Kurenai Yuhi glanced at each other. The two seemed to understand what the other was trying to express. Puff smiled. Yuhi Hong explained, there is no ninjutsu that is strong or weak. The so-called level division is also a division of learning difficulty. The strength or weakness of ninjutsu naturally depends on the performance of the ninja himself. Cut. Upon hearing this, Uchiha Sasuke gave Naruto a dissatisfied look. This guy obviously wanted to overwhelm himself. Hateful. The more Sasuke thought about it, the more angry he became. Now the whole ninja world is watching Uzumaki Naruto play awe-inspiring. For some reason, Sasuke was just upset. However, at this time, the picture and sound appeared on the screen again. 12 years old. Fuma Shuriken Shadow Windmill saves Kakashi. Naruto Bridge, instantly eliminate 6 water bodies who will not be cut again. Chunin Exam. Dead Forest. Then, in the battle for the earth coiling axis, you must fight each other to the death. Facing Orochimaru's attack, Uchiha Sasuke Tsutomu Sharingan opens, and the shuriken uses the windmill 3-sword technique. Countless shurikens with filaments hanging around behind Orochimaru. With a light tug, Orochimaru is tied tightly to the tree. Fire-style dragon fire technique. The hot flames went straight to Orochimaru along the thin line, and the power was so great that it pierced through the tree trunk in an instant. Curse Seal ran wild. Burning with purple arrogance, he punched Yin Yinkyun Genin, grabbed the opponent's arm with both hands, and broke the opponent's arm with a light force. While physically weak, face enemies that can absorb chakra. He only needs to seize an opportunity to cast the Shadow Dance Leaf, and then the lion will play a set to take the opponent away. The wind blows. He followed Hitaki Kakashi and suddenly appeared at the Chunin exam venue. The opponent is Gaara, who is carrying a gourd. High-speed movement, no less than Lee Locke's physical skills. Also, there is a flash of lightning in the palm of your hand. Sharingan quickly dodges Gaara's attack under absolute defense. Chidori. Chidori penetrates the absolute defense. He smiles evilly. Evil smile. Life and death are unpredictable. The audience looked at Uchiha Sasuke on the screen in bewilderment. 12 years old. At that time, he was 12 years old. That is to say, Uzumaki Naruto played on the screen is really only 12 years old. Many ninjas swallowed nervously. 12-year-old Uchiha Sasuke seems to be strong too. It's really scary. It turns out that Gaara lost to Sasuke before it became a tailed beast. Wait, why is there a picture of Sasuke? Does it mean Uzumaki Kushina? No way, so the next fight is Naruto versus Sasuke. Uchiha Makoto. Liar, both of them are partners in Konoha village, why? Sarutobi Hiruzen. Orochimaru, it was you who bit Sasuke's neck in the forest of death, what is your purpose? Orochimaru. I just want to give power to Sasuke, can't I like to watch the show? Jiraiya. Could it be that Orochimaru knows that I want to take Naruto as an apprentice, so he also wants to find an apprentice? Are you sure Orochimaru has an apprentice? Of course Jiraiya didn't know. However, the most lively place still belongs to the classroom where the two protagonists are. Sasuke is going to fight Uzumaki Naruto. Really, is the next duel between the two of them? Absolutely, otherwise would the system be bored and play Sasuke's video? Here, Uchiha Sasuke was taken aback. He felt insulted. Is it true that Uchiha Sasuke is willing to be the background wall of Uzumaki Naruto's fame like these people every day? Hateful. Uchiha Sasuke was very excited. Finally it was his turn to play. But besides the excitement, Sasuke also had some palpitations. It won't be Uzumaki Naruto's background wall again this time, it would be a shame if Uzumaki Naruto beat him up. It just made Sasuke uncomfortable. Their battle is actually only ranked 7th. This result is a bit unpleasant. Which guy can rank first? At that time, how strong will Naruto be? Uzumaki Naruto's top 10 wonderful matchups. Top 7. Tears in the Valley of the End, You Are My Brother. Question. What is the reason for Uchiha Sasuke and Uzumaki Naruto fighting? A. The two had a quarrel during the mission, so they made a big deal in the Valley of the End. B. Both of them fell in love with a girl at the same time, so they will have a 1v1 male battle in the Valley of the End to prove their respective charms. C. Sasuke received an invitation from Orochimaru and defected to Konoha village, and Naruto chased him to the Valley of the End. D. Orochimaru used illusion on Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke defected to Konoha village, followed Orochimaru. Naruto pursued to the Valley of the End. These four options are a bit odd. The first two options are by far the safest. After all, quarrels between companions are inevitable and normal. And it's perfectly normal for a boy to become a rival in love. But the two options C and D are equally elusive. After all, it seems that Sarutobi Hiruzen confronted Orochimaru with a few words about Sasuke in the discussion group just now. Rebellion. For option C, the audience is a bit confused. Anyway, Sasuke once told Naruto during the battle with Gaara that he would not let his companion die. This fully explains the status of Naruto and Haruno Sakura in Sasuke's heart. Why would a ninja like this be invited by Orochimaru to defect? Hey, do you remember? The Uchiha extermination mentioned in the discussion group before, they seem to have been treated unfairly by Konoha village. Could it be that Sasuke knows something? Shish, you're stupid, do you really think that the senior management of Ninja Village are free eaters? Even if there is an inside story, since Sasuke is left behind, it is impossible to let him know. I guess even if it's related to Orochimaru, Orochimaru used illusion to control Uchiha Sasuke. Senju Tobirama. If I remember correctly, there is only Uchiha Sasuke left in Konoha village, Uchiha, if even he defected. Senju Hashirama. Well, then Konoha village really doesn't have Uchiha. Senju Hashirama. I feel that the two of them must have had an awkward quarrel, just like Madara and I did back then. You say yes, Madara, you say a few words, it's so lively. Pure Land World. Uchiha Madara narrowed her eyes. Good guy, the Battle of the Valley of the End. Isn't this the place where I fought Haxi Lama back then? Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke, the two little devils, are also here to make a big shot. But in the face of Senju Hashirama's invitation, Uchiha Madara snorted coldly, with a little arrogance on his face. You let me speak and I will speak. I Uchiha Madara don't want face. Especially in front of you. Sarutobi Hiruzen. In any case, I don't believe that Sasuke would defect to Konoha village on his own initiative. Orochimaru must have used illusion. Orochimaru. Old man, I advise you to think carefully before speaking. Am I the kind of person who needs to use illusion? Orochimaru's eyes lit up, but then they darkened again. If there is no such broken system, it seems that his plan has succeeded. Even if Sarutobi Hiruzen sealed his own hands, it was worthwhile to be able to see Sharingan's young body. Uchiha Sasuke definitely defected to Konoha village because of his own brainwashing. Orochimaru has his own way of abducting children from other villages. Especially people like Sasuke who are full of hatred in their hearts are the easiest to take the bait. Plus an understanding of previous videos. Uzumaki Naruto is growing at an astonishing rate, especially in that battle against Gaara. Uchiha Sasuke was in a state of surprise. With such a mentality, coupled with the drive of hatred in his heart, he will definitely fall into Uzumaki who wants to gain power faster. Without hesitation, Orochimaru took the lead. Orochimaru. I chose C. Sasuke must have thought it wise to follow me, so he defected to Konoha village. Jiraiya. Orochimaru. What the hell are you paying attention to Sasuke? Sarutobi Hiruzen. Jiraiya, don't pay attention to him. I think he just wants to gain power and is crazy. What else is he thinking about with my sealed hands? Orochimaru. Mr. Sarutobi, are you confused? It's just a picture on the screen. What's wrong with you sealing my hands? Your own soul belongs to Shinigami. Would you mind sealing my hands? Sarutobi Hiruzen. Uchiha Sasuke voluntarily defected to Konoha village. In the classroom, all the classmates at the same time cast their eyes on Sasuke. Hey, Sasuke. Inuzuka Tooth was terrified. Sasuke is their genius at the same time, and Konoha village is the #1 ninja village in the 5 major countries. Uchiha Sasuke didn't have any reason to defect anyway. How do I know? This question is quite strange. Sasuke replied casually. Now he doesn't care what the reason is to fight Uzumaki Naruto in the Valley of the End. As long as I can beat Uzumaki Naruto, nothing else matters. Huh. Could it be that because I'm getting better and better, Sasuke is jealous and insists on having a 1v1 man fight with me? To prove his excellence. Uzumaki Naruto smiled smugly. It must be like this. But there is no such option in the answer. Uzumaki Naruto slapped his forehead. It must be that Haruno Sakura saw how majestic he was, and suddenly fell in love with him, and then Sasuke became jealous and insisted on a duel with himself. The answer is obviously B. Why? This Uchiha Sasuke, if you are jealous, you can't be jealous of your brother, so what is there to worry about? The rushing water of the waterfall makes a deafening sound. The weather is clear and the environment is pleasant in the Valley of the End, where seagulls keep flying on the lake. On both sides of the waterfall, there are giant statues of Senju Hashirama and Uchiha Madara. From the handprints of the two people, we can see the meaning of the ultimate valley. Uzumaki Naruto, standing on top of the statue of Senju Hashirama, panting. The opposite of him is Uchiha Sasuke standing on top of the statue of Uchiha Madara. The difference is that the other side is only facing away from him. Sasuke doesn't seem to want to talk to Uzumaki Naruto behind him. Sasuke. Uzumaki Naruto roars. His piercing voice suddenly echoed in the canyon. Sasuke. Sasuke Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke heard Naruto's cry behind him. Unfortunately, he didn't move too much, didn't look back, and was about to leave. Just as soon as I lifted my foot, Uzumaki Naruto's roar came from behind. Are you running away from me? This sound actually played a role. Sasuke, who was about to leave, suddenly stopped and stopped. Wait a moment. This picture feels a bit strange. The audience was completely confused by the actions of the two on screen. 810. Judging from the panting appearance of Uzumaki Naruto, he must have had a severe live sun before coming to the Valley of the End. According to the hint in the answer, Uzumaki Naruto should be the Valley of the End that chased Sasuke. And seeing how Uchiha Sasuke wanted to leave in a hurry, the other party didn't want to have too much entanglement with Naruto at all. That is to say, the battle between the two of them in the Valley of the End was not a so-called quarrel at all, nor was it a so-called jealousy. Nani? Could it be that Sasuke left Konoha village because of Orochimaru? It looks like it is, and Uzumaki Naruto's lines are really terrible. Is it bad? Why don't I feel bad? Sarutobi Hiruzen. Nani? Sasuke, he was really tricked by Orochimaru to defect to Konoha village. Orochimaru. Old man, I told you not to talk nonsense, Sasuke must have voluntarily. Jiraiya. Orochimaru, you must have done something to Sasuke, otherwise I can't figure out why he would follow you. Somewhere in Ninja World. Kisame looked at Uchiha Itachi. Mr. Itachi, it seems that your younger brother is going to seek refuge with Orochimaru, aren't you worried? That Orochimaru guy doesn't have any good intentions. Uchiha Itachi didn't answer. He must know Orochimaru's purpose, nothing more than wanting Sasuke's Sharingan. Did this rambunctious snake set his mind on his younger brother because he failed to get his Sharingan? Uchiha Itachi's heart sank. Seeing Uchiha Sasuke today, he suddenly felt that what he did back then was completely opposite. Especially let Sasuke hate himself, let Sasuke test his own measures. This kind of bullshit must have been at the root of what led him to be seduced by Orochimaru. Uchiha Sasuke turned around slowly, and looked at Uzumaki Naruto, who was sweating profusely on the opposite side. The moment Uzumaki Naruto saw Sasuke, his pupils suddenly closed. What is that? Sasuke's left face is covered with Madara curse marks, and the left eyeball has turned into a golden eyeball that is very similar to Orochimaru. The other party's indifferent expression shocked Uzumaki Naruto even more. The Uchiha Sasuke in front of him doesn't seem to be the Uchiha Sasuke he knows. What is that? Why did Uchiha Sasuke become like this? In the classroom, everyone couldn't help being shocked by Sasuke's appearance. Sasuke on the screen is cold and unfamiliar, and the strange pattern on the left side of his face makes everyone feel alluring. Sasuke Actually, when Sasuke fought Gaara, I wanted to ask, what are those marks on his face? Don't know. Everyone here is not clear. Asuma and Yuhihong looked at each other, but they didn't say anything. They seem to have heard of some research by Orochimaru from Sarutobi Hiruzen. There is something called a curse seal. On the neck of Mitarashi Anko, there are such marks. Orochimaru. Yes, it seems that Sasuke has survived the second stage of the curse seal of the sky, and he is indeed Uchiha's genius. Jiraiya. Orochimaru, what are you talking about? Why can't I understand? What is the curse mark? Tsunade. I heard that Orochimaru always likes to study some strange things. It seems that this is what you study too. Curse seal. Heaven's seal. Uchiha Sasuke was also confused by the discussion of several people. Anyway, judging by Orochimaru's confident tone, this thing called the Seal of Heaven's curse should be very powerful. Whatever their purpose, as long as they can beat Uzumaki Naruto. Yo, super idiot. Although Sasuke still addressed Uzumaki Naruto as usual, but this time, his tone was obviously different. Extremely indifferent. Leave me alone. Sasuke pinched his waist with both hands, and after seeing Naruto's surprised expression, he smiled evilly and suddenly made strange noises. Hum hum. Hum hum. Sasuke's series of weird behaviors and expressions directly stunned Uzumaki Naruto. In Naruto's memory, although Sasuke is proud, he is not that indifferent. Don't drag me back, tail of the crane. Failed to snatch the bell, Uzumaki Naruto was tied to a stake alone as punishment and could not eat. If he is brave, he will say that he doesn't care about me, I don't care at all. But when he heard his stomach growling, Sasuke would also take the initiative to hand the bento in front of him. Didn't you ask little Sakura what the trick was before? What did she say to you? The two practiced climbing trees together. Although they were very competitive, the joy when they climbed to the top at the same time was beyond words. There is also a battle with Gaara, asking Naruto to lead the little Sakura to escape, and Uchiha Sasuke who broke himself. Uzumaki Naruto doesn't believe why Uchiha Sasuke turned into what he is now. He trembled and roared, "Why, Sasuke? Why did you become like this?" However, waiting for Naruto's answer is, "What does it have to do with you that I become like this? I have my way. No one has any reason to point me. 1. To put it bluntly, my days of messing around with you guys from Konoha village are over. Go back." The indifferent refusal made Uzumaki Naruto stunned in place. In order to chase Sasuke, Choji, Neji, Kiba, Shikamaru, and Lee Locke are now all unknown. Uzumaki Naruto shook his fists excitedly. Everyone is chasing you desperately, you. Uchiha Sasuke was very disapproving when he heard the news. He tilted his neck and spread his hands. That was really hard work. After speaking, turn your head and prepare to leave. Uzumaki Naruto doesn't know how to face such indifferent Sasuke. There is a sentence I want to explain in advance. Sasuke is not a very close friend to Sasuke, and I don't have anyone I particularly like. However, Sasuke and I are both ninjas in Konoha village, and because we are companions, we must desperately save him. Naruto remembered what Shikamaru said, and clenched his fists a few times. Gritting his teeth, he struggled inwardly, as if he had made a final decision. Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. It's a fight, it's definitely going to be a fight. The former companions will actually fight. There is also Nara Shikamaru's remarks, which made the audience a little confused about the specific situation of the group. No matter how you look at it, Uchiha Sasuke's departure was his own will. So, why Shikamaru said desperately to save him? Uchiha Sasuke isn't in any danger at all. I feel like things are getting a little cumbersome. The Konoha village side thought Sasuke was in danger, but Uchiha Sasuke left Fu without hesitation. Could it be that he really fell under Orochimaru's illusion? Anyway, but Uchiha Sasuke's attitude towards Uzumaki Naruto must be very sad. After all, in Uzumaki Naruto's heart, Uchiha Sasuke, Hitaki Kakashi, Haruno Sakura and Iruka, the four of them are his beloved ones who saved him from loneliness. Faced with the departure of such an important person, Uzumaki Naruto will definitely feel very painful in his heart. This battle is unlike any other. Uzumaki Naruto must be very tangled and painful inside. Uchiha Sasuke doesn't care and moves on. However, the reflection on the ground made him startled, and the moment he turned his head, he saw Uzumaki Naruto struggling to cross the distance between the statues. A person falling from the sky rushes towards him. What do you think of the companions in Konoha village? Naruto's roar and angry expression made the audience go crazy. The distance between the statues is less than a few hundred meters away by 2.8. Uzumaki Naruto jumped right over it. Also, the furious look on his face and the words in his mouth. In classrooms, everyone woke up suddenly. No. Orochimaru didn't do anything to Sasuke at all. Uchiha Sasuke's leaving, as he said, doesn't want to mess around with the Konoha village guys anymore. Sasuke. Yamanaka Ino and Haruno Sakura trembled in their hearts, they didn't have the courage to look up at Sasuke. What happened to Uchiha Sasuke? Why did he suddenly leave Konoha village and become a rebel? Uzumaki Naruto was also in a daze. Although he doesn't deal with Uchiha Sasuke at ordinary times, even when watching the video, he can be assigned to a team with Sasuke, and he can practice with Sasuke, and get Sasuke's approval. These are very happy in Uzumaki Naruto's heart. But now facing Sasuke's departure, Naruto can't express the feeling in his heart. Boom. The muffled sound from the screen once again attracted everyone's attention. Uzumaki Naruto, who fell from the sky, directly threw Uchiha Sasuke out of ether. Looking at Sasuke with an indifferent look on his face. Uzumaki Naruto gritted his teeth, his pupils trembled a few times. I couldn't hold back for a while, and punched Sasuke hard in the face. Caught. Uzumaki Naruto catches Uchiha Sasuke. The hearts of the audience rose to their throats. Uzumaki Naruto punched Sasuke with blood coming from the corner of his mouth. It can be seen that Naruto's shot was serious and he didn't show mercy to Sasuke. This also proves that Uzumaki Naruto is really angry about Sasuke's departure. This battle, I think it should be very intense. I think so. After all, Sasuke's Chidori can penetrate Gaara's absolute defense, and Naruto's Rasengan's power is even more amazing. I want to say that you pay attention to one detail. The boy with the pineapple head is the boy who told Naruto that he doesn't like Sasuke, but because Sasuke is a companion of Konoha village, he wants to save him. He was Genin in the Chunin exam before, and now he has put on the Chunin costume. You mean, Naruto and Sasuke didn't, proving that the two of them might just be Genin now. Genin. The audience let out a sigh. How can Genin have such a terrifying combat power? Both are absolute geniuses. Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke. Some Jonin in Konoha village saw this scene and didn't know how to express that feeling in their hearts. Especially people like Jiraiya, and Hitaki Kakashi who lost Rin Nohara Obito. It's just that they don't want to show their sour feelings in front of outsiders. Uzumaki Naruto punched Sasuke, but he was out of breath. Sasuke licked his tongue, looked at the angry Naruto, a trace of disdain flashed in his eyes. Afterwards, a mouthful of blood was directly spat on Naruto's face, expressing the most authentic psychological portrayal of himself at this time with actions. I'm not in the mood to play house with your Konoha village ninjas, trash. You mean companion. Sasuke was leisurely and self-satisfied, with an unflattering look, and said in a light tone, with this group of your so-called companions, can I become the top 07? This seems to be a torture from the depths of the soul. As soon as the words came out, Uzumaki Naruto was stunned on the spot, not knowing what to say. So I'm going to Orochimaru. Hey, you give me enough time. Hearing Orochimaru's name, Uzumaki Naruto suddenly became furious. That Orochimaru is the guy who killed 3rd Hokage and wants to destroy Konoha village. Do you think he will give you strength for nothing? He just wants your body as a container, you may go and never come back. 1. It may also be killed. How can I just watch you walk like this? It doesn't matter, as long as I can achieve my goal. Sasuke said with disgust. Uzumaki Naruto's heart-piercing roar immediately resolved everyone's doubts. Orochimaru bewitches Sasuke to go to him, just for Uchiha Sasuke's body. No wonder Nara Shikamaru is talking about saving Uchiha Sasuke. This. Suddenly, some audience members shuddered uncontrollably. It feels a bit wrong, because what does the snake mean by using Sasuke's body as a container? I don't understand, maybe it's an experiment. However, this Sasuke is too willful, knowing that there is danger ahead and disregarding the obstruction of his friends. What do you know? Didn't you listen to Sasuke? He has his goals and objectives. Konoha Village Hokage Office. Sarutobi Hiruzen's old face twitched violently. He knew very well in his heart that Orochimaru has been inspiring and developing ninjutsu that can live forever. It looks like Orochimaru has found a way to live forever. Terrible fellow. Jiraiya. Hey. Orochimaru, can you explain to me what Naruto said? What does it mean that you want to use Sasuke's body as a container? Uchiha Makoto. Orochimaru, you. Uzumaki Kushina. I didn't expect Orochimaru Senpai, one of the Sannin, to defect like this. How should I say it? Orochimaru. I'm not obligated to explain it clearly to you, Sasuke, are you interested? Uchiha Sasuke. No, crazy. Orochimaru. The system. It must be because Uchiha Makoto will be resurrected, so the current Uchiha Sasuke's hatred for Uchiha Itachi has changed a lot. Yes. And what the discussion group was talking about the Uchiha genocide. This kid is smart. Uchiha Sasuke glanced at the discussion group. This pervert with a long tongue is afraid that he wants to fart, but now Sasuke wants to wait for the inventory to be completed to see his mother, so he is not in the mood to go to Orochimaru. Even, Uchiha Sasuke looked at the screen with interest. On the screen, he is cold, ruthless, and confident, and he is completely free from the surprise and amazement he had when watching Naruto and Gaara fight. There is no sense of powerlessness. By the way, in the video he sees that Uzumaki Naruto is still the tail of the crane. Although Orochimaru is weird, he seems to really give me great power. Sasuke thought to himself. By the way, he secretly laughed for a few seconds. I will definitely beat Naruto to death. Uzumaki Naruto grabs Sasuke by the collar. Angrily said. I absolutely can't let you like this, even if I use brute force, I want you to take it back to Konoha village. Uchiha Sasuke immediately hummed happily when he heard it. Hey, what are you laughing at? Sasuke's behavior made Naruto more and more angry. At that time, you laughed too. That time, Naruto was stunned for a moment, and instantly realized what Sasuke said. It refers to the incident before the two fought on the roof of the hospital. Sasuke asked him why he was laughing, and he told Sasuke that he felt that he could finally beat him here. At that time, you really wanted to fight with me, didn't you tremble with excitement? Sasuke continues to sneer. However, Uzumaki Naruto knows that the situation at that time was different from what it is now. I originally wanted to have a competitive relationship, a duel between companions, not like it is now. You put on the forehead protector. You can't hurt a single hair on my forehead. No, I mean we are dueling as equals as Konoha village ninjas. You don't get carried away, Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto's memories just ended. Just as I was about to say something, Sasuke spoke first. I don't care what you think at all. After speaking, Sasuke, who had been grabbed by the collar by Naruto, suddenly turned around. Grab Uzumaki Naruto's collar, and lift Naruto up with one hand. On the other hand, Naruto has no way to break free from Sasuke's shackles. However, at this moment, Sasuke let go of one hand. The moment Naruto fell, Sasuke punched him in the stomach. Uzumaki Naruto felt his head go blank, his stomach twitched, and a mouthful of blood spurted out on the spot. By the way, the whole person flew out tens of meters like a cannonball and fell into the waterfall. Nani? What kind of terrifying power is this? The audience was petrified by Uchiha Sasuke's behavior. Uchiha Zuo actually pulled Naruto up with only one arm of his thin body, and he vomited blood and flew out of the count with one punch. This power is too terrifying. Orochimaru. Sasuke, have you seen this? This is the power I give you, how, it's wonderful. Jiraiya. Orochimaru, please don't say a few words. In this special situation, you are still thinking about your things. 17. Senju Tobirama. As Jiraiya Kid said, Orochimaru boy, this is not the time for you to think about your own affairs. Everything must wait until the inventory is over. Fourth Raikage. Though Sasuke's power has become a little scary indeed. Terumi Mei. Is this the power of the curse seal that Orochimaru said? It is indeed too strong. Somewhere in Ninja World, Uchiha Itachi slowly closed his eyes. Orochimaru. When the inventory is over, I will kill you sooner or later. In classrooms, Uzumaki Naruto half-stretched his neck, unable to believe the facts in front of him. In fact, like Sasuke, he is very concerned about the content of this inventory. Moreover, neither wants to lose to the other party. But what happened to being abused by Sasuke as soon as he came up? That guy is a bit strong and unreasonable. Uzumaki Naruto is not stupid, he also found out about Sasuke when he sank to the bottom of the lake. At least not at all like the Sasuke he was fighting on the hospital roof. Strength is not a level. Finally climbed out of the lake, Uzumaki Naruto looked at Sasuke standing on the statue in the distance. Gasping for a while, Naruto still rushed towards Sasuke. It's almost time for you to wake me up. Naruto leaps forward. Uchiha Sasuke also attacked in his direction. The moment the two met each other, Sasuke kicked Naruto from the air and snatched his ninja bag. I've woken up a long time ago. To be with my companions, to live a peaceful life with you every day in the future. I have woken up from this stupid dream a long time ago. That's why I left the village. I need to pursue strength. My dream has no future, my dream only existed in the past. Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. Uchiha Itachi. The audience sees the scene where Uchiha Itachi is carrying him on his back from Sasuke's memories. At that time, Sasuke had an innocent and gentle smile on his face. He is truly different from the present him. Understood. Those who know about the Uchiha genocide generally understand the truth. Uchiha Sasuke wants to seek revenge from Uchiha Itachi, so he needs power. Like this, Uzumaki Naruto's actions seem to hinder others' goals a bit. After probably understanding the situation, the audience didn't comment on it. Sasuke has the purpose of Sasuke leaving, as he said, in the eyes of everyone, Sasuke is indeed sober. And Uzumaki Naruto. The audience also understood his mood. After all, Sasuke is like a brother in his heart, especially since Naruto was alone since he was a child, so naturally he will not let go of this bond easily. Furthermore, Uzumaki Naruto may really be worried that Sasuke will be taken away by Orochimaru and may never see Sasuke again. That's why he pulled Sasuke anxiously to prevent him from leaving. Uzumaki Naruto crawls out of the lake again. Seeing that Sasuke has put down his harsh words, Naruto has no other choice. 773, and the battle is imminent. The ninja bag was stolen, Naruto can only get it from another. A shuriken was pulled out of the spare bag. The moment it was thrown, Uzumaki Naruto moved quickly to get close to Sasuke. It's a pity that Uchiha Sasuke's level is much higher than him for shuriken kunai throwing. The shuriken I threw had no effect on Sasuke at all, but was forced to hide behind the rock by the kunai thrown by the opponent. Uchiha Sasuke saw this, and took out two kunai from Naruto's ninja bag. Throwing it smoothly, a kunai shot towards Naruto first. Afterwards, Sasuke threw out a second kunai. The moment the two kunai collided, one of them was shot at Naruto from the top of Naruto's head vertically. What a superb kunai throw is this! The audience was overwhelmed by Sasuke's kunai throwing Hidema. Uzumaki Naruto was well blocked behind the boulder. Can this be shot straight at his head? I thought Uzumaki Naruto's previous performance was amazing enough, but I didn't expect Uchiha Sasuke's micro-control to be even more terrifying. And the shock is still behind. Uzumaki Naruto behind the rock used Shadow Clone at a critical moment to resist the incoming kunai. Sasuke saw the white smoke rising from behind the rock, and couldn't help showing a disdainful smile. The next second, Sasuke immediately took out the prepared silk thread and pulled it with his teeth. The moment Naruto jumped out, Sasuke decisively threw all the shurikens tied with filaments in his hand. Several shurikens with filaments circled around Naruto, and all wrapped around the rock behind him. Uzumaki Naruto has not reacted to the siege of the filament, Sasuke pulls it. All the filaments are tensed, and Uzumaki Naruto is bound to the rock in no time. Sasuke, you are serious? Naruto looks angrily, staring at Sasuke on the statue. Sasuke said impatiently, I said it before, I don't need a future with you. After speaking, in Naruto's surprised eyes, Sasuke has already started to seal. Fire-style dragon fire technique. This is. Looking at Uzumaki Naruto who was suddenly caught in flames on the screen, everyone's eyes widened immediately. I remember this trick, it's a trick Sasuke used in the forest. Yes, the flames didn't burn, but directly penetrated the thick tree trunks of the three of them. Naruto eats this kind of powerful fire style. I'm afraid it will be bad luck, right? I think it should be fine. You guys don't forget Uzumaki Naruto fights. Fight against. Punches and kicks on a par with this level of fire style. Dragon fire techniques flames are blazing. Everyone stared at the screen nervously, not daring to take a breath. Why is Uzumaki Naruto silent? It won't really be burned. It's possible, maybe Uchiha Sasuke turned away after burning the fire. But, the next scene, as Uzumaki Naruto emerged from the flames unscathed, the audience's heartstrings stretched again. As expected of Uzumaki Naruto. Such a ferocious fire had no effect on him. Sasuke. Boom. Uzumaki Naruto let out a roar, and hit Sasuke in the face with all his strength. Puff. A mouthful of blood from Uchiha splashes on top of the statue of Uchiha Madara. Hee. Uchiha Sasuke remained calm, but when he turned his head around, there was a faint smile on his face. Naruto was slightly taken aback when he saw this. This is a smile full of sarcasm, a smile full of disdain, and a smile full of contempt for them. Naruto punched him again. It's a pity that Sasuke still doesn't care. What? Uzumaki Naruto was angry, but there was even more surprise on his face. This guy. You fool. Naruto punched again. Hateful. Facing Sasuke's disdainful reaction, Uzumaki Naruto finally clenched his blood-stained fist unwillingly. At this time, Sasuke finally touched the blood on the corner of his mouth and spoke. Is it to this extent? At this level, I don't need to use that, and it doesn't matter. Uzumaki Naruto frowned, and asked with cold sweat, what? Didn't you pay attention? Naruto. So far, I haven't even used Sharingan. This sentence with endless sarcasm instantly angered Uzumaki Naruto. Don't underestimate me. Naruto swung his fist suddenly, but was gently held by Uchiha Sasuke. It's not enough, so is strength, so is missing. If you play companion games with you, it is impossible to obtain this kind of power at all. After Sasuke finished speaking, he punched Naruto, and Uzumaki Naruto immediately flew backwards. The whole person fell from the statue. Sasuke did not give up and continued to attack, jumped off the statue with Naruto, and kicked Uzumaki Naruto violently in midair. Boom! Uzumaki Naruto fell hard to the ground, a cloud of smoke rose. As for Uchiha Sasuke, he landed steadily and returned the ninja bag obtained from Naruto to him. Yes, I'm pretty sure that what I need is power, it's hatred. To catch up with that guy. Uchiha Sasuke is really strong. However, his arrogant attitude is a bit uncomfortable. The audience still couldn't help but sweat for Uzumaki Naruto. However, they knew very well that this battle was painful for both of them. If not for the hatred for Uchiha Itachi. Uchiha Sasuke and Uzumaki Naruto, they can probably live well in Konoha village. Just like before, mutual competition and mutual progress, the two are still close brothers. But all this is impossible. The audience is also clear, especially those who have friends can better understand Uzumaki Naruto's mood. For a while, everyone didn't know how to evaluate this battle. At least, this battle is special. In classrooms. Uzumaki Naruto walked around anxiously. Uchiha Sasuke smiled proudly. It has to be me, Naruto. Although you are special, I am not bad either. In terms of talent, I still beat you by a few blocks, Naruto. Uchiha Sasuke felt secretly refreshed. Especially looking at Naruto's anxious appearance, Sasuke's mood is more joyful. After all, he knows very well that the last person Naruto wants to lose to is himself, but in the face of absolute strength, Naruto has nothing to do with him. Uzumaki Naruto did not give up. Afraid to get out of the pit where he was thrown, he picked up his ninja bag. Uchiha Sasuke didn't intend to leave after seeing this, but smiled at Naruto. You're the one, I think you should be sober now. Hitaki Kakashi was in the way last time, but this time it won't be like this. I'll show you the true power of Sharingan. After speaking, Uchiha Sasuke opened his Urgoyu Sharingan. Is it possible that Uchiha Sasuke is going for real with Uzumaki Naruto? Even Sharingan is turned on this time. However, everyone was puzzled. Uzumaki Naruto was obviously summoning who produced Gamma Bunta before, and now there is Rasengan. It stands to reason that it shouldn't be impossible to beat Sasuke. It's just that this matter doesn't stand up to scrutiny. Thinking of Uzumaki Naruto's fighting state, the audience suddenly became enlightened. Much of this unexpectedness stems from Naruto's high emotions, especially when someone hurts someone he holds dear. If the opponent is replaced by Orochimaru this time, Naruto's fighting effect may be better. Facing Sasuke, there really was no way to mobilize that passionate emotion. Uzumaki Kushina. Are these two kids going to get serious? Hey! Uchiha Makoto. It's okay Kushina, this is just on the screen, the two children should be on good terms now. Uzumaki Naruto. No, Sasuke put on a bad face every day, like everyone owes him 5 million taels, Makoto aunt should give him a good lesson. Uchiha Sasuke. Shut up Naruto, if you can't beat me, you can't beat me, don't change the subject. Senju Hashirama. This thing is very strange, Sasuke is the last Uchiha of Konoha village, such an important matter why send a group of children to do such a dangerous task? Sarutobi, what on earth do you think? Senju Tobirama. Hokage office. Sarutobi Hiruzen, Udatain Kaharu, and Mitokado Homura were directly stunned by Senju Hashirama's question. What he said is indeed not wrong, but it also depends on the actual situation. Besides, at this period, if nothing unexpected happens, Sarutobi Hiruzen should have entered. Not surprisingly, his funeral was over. Shimura Danzo. Hiruzen, I really don't know what you think on screen to let these kids do such dangerous things. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Shut your mouth, Danzo, this time I. Senju Tobirama. Senju Tobirama. Okay, Danzo, don't meddle with you, and brother, the monkey has already sacrificed to protect Konoha at this time. Very well, then let me show you my true skills. Use your Sharingan to show me clearly, this is my ninja way. 1. Multiple shadow clone technique. Strange things happened. Since Uchiha Sasuke started Sharingan, Uzumaki Naruto's mood is obviously much better than before. Do you really want to compete with Uchiha Sasuke? The audience frowned. This matter is also easy to understand. As Uchiha Sasuke said, I don't want to play house with their Konoha village companions. If Uzumaki Naruto can defeat Sasuke, it means that Orochimaru's power is only mediocre. That way, the chances of Sasuke coming back will also be greatly increased. Hey! It's not easy Uzumaki Naruto. That's fine, the two wanted to have a good fight. Sometimes, the fastest way for a man to solve a problem is to fist. For Sasuke who opened Goyu Sharingan, Naruto's multiple shadow clone technique has no effect at all. After a few strokes, Sasuke beat Uzumaki Naruto with only the main body left. Snort. If you use Sharingan, you can see your real body at once. The me just now was just playing with you. But after that, I won't show mercy. Sasuke came to Naruto and said a few words arrogantly. He punched Naruto's chin with a smooth punch, and with great force, he directly knocked Uzumaki Naruto straight up from the ground. Sasuke took advantage of the situation and kicked Uzumaki Naruto in the stomach, sending him flying. By the way, Sasuke seals. Fire style. Great fireball technique. The blazing flame instantly engulfed Uzumaki celebrity. Seeing Naruto jumping out of the flames, Uchiha Sasuke immediately went up to meet him. He punched Naruto with a fist. Don't be silly, show your true skills, aren't you the most unexpected prank ninja? Is this the level? Where did all the previous skills go? Uchiha Sasuke slaps Uzumaki Naruto with contempt. Finally added kick, kicking Uzumaki Naruto straight into the lake from the air. Understood. All of a sudden, the audience understood. This battle is not only what Uzumaki Naruto wants to fight, even Uchiha Sasuke, in fact, deep down in his heart, wants to have a hearty battle with Uzumaki Naruto who is going all out. Fourth Raikage. Looks like they've been testing each other all this time. Terumi May. Well, I feel that Uzumaki Naruto is testing Sasuke's mind, and Zuosuke is testing Naruto's strength. Quote. Onoki. This battle mainly depends on Sasuke's attitude, but it is impossible for Sasuke to turn back, because the battle cannot be avoided. Yes. There was no way Uchiha Sasuke could turn back. Uzumaki Naruto should almost feel the meaning of the opponent from the opponent's offense. It's time to show your true skills. Luo Sha, Sharingan vs. Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, this battle is quite interesting. Uzumaki Naruto climbed out from the bottom of the lake again. Wipes the water droplets off his face. Naruto gritted his teeth and said in his heart, "This guy is really serious, it's really disgusting. For you, are we no longer companions? Sasuke. Is everything that our 7th class has done meaningless?" Uzumaki Naruto questioned at the end. "No. It's not meaningless, it's just for me, you are my best friend. Because of this, you have value worthy of my defeat." Sasuke's answer made Uzumaki Naruto stunned. He couldn't figure out what the other party was talking about, but judging from the current situation, he could only bite the bullet. Best friend? Question mark. The audience is also confused, since they are best friends. They couldn't figure out what was going on. But people who are the Uchiha clan, or who know the Uchiha clan suddenly understand the meaning. Senju Tobirama. I finally understand what Sasuke means. It seems that he already knows the secret about the Uchiha clan. Senju Tobirama. When the Uchiha family loses a loved or cherished Noma's person, the brain will secrete a special chakra to promote the Sharingan pupil technique, Sasuke. I'm afraid he wants to kill Naruto. Quote. Nani? Senju Tobirama's answer immediately caused an uproar in the ninja world. Isn't this Uzumaki Naruto a sheep in the mouth of a tiger? Wouldn't it be better to let Sasuke go? It's good now, no wonder Uchiha Sasuke wants Uzumaki Naruto's life every move. It turned out to be a sudden thought, wanting to kill Uzumaki Naruto to gain power. In classrooms, Uzumaki Naruto's body trembled suddenly, and the hairs of the others also stood on end. Does the Uchiha clan still have this way of gaining power? Losing important people around can enhance Sharingan's pupil technique. This way of becoming stronger is really cruel. So Sasuke can really choose to kill Naruto in order to gain power. They are best friends. I don't know about that, you can ask Sasuke. Inuzuka Kiba and Nara Shikamaru muttered. These words made Sasuke's ears tremble a few times. This matter, of course he knew, this is the way Uchiha Itachi told him before leaving. If you want to gain great power, kill your beloved friends. The Uchiha family is a cursed family. This question stumped Uchiha Sasuke. Fortunately, Uzumaki Naruto will continue to fight, so he must not be killed by himself here. Uchiha Sasuke stared at himself on the screen. If Sasuke above really hates Uchiha Itachi so much, based on Sasuke's understanding of himself, it is absolutely impossible for him to obey Uchiha Itachi's arrangement. However, Uzumaki Naruto's teeth were chattering with fright. Nani? Sasuke is trying to kill me. You have been waiting for this moment to come. Me too. This time is the real battle. I will beat you. Uzumaki Naruto's strength has been recognized by Uchiha Sasuke's words. After the two have nothing to do with each other. Uchiha Sasuke stands on a tall statue finger. Chidori. Zzz. Suddenly, Sasuke's hand gathers thunder. Uzumaki Naruto does not show weakness. The voice is loud and clear. I will beat you up, even if it is delayed, I will take you back. 1. Shadow Clone Technique. Boom. A shadow clone suddenly appeared beside Naruto. Uchiha Sasuke didn't care about these, he jumped up and down the statue. After coming to the lake, Sasuke seized the lightning and rushed towards Uzumaki Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto is not flustered either. Shadow Clone methodically helps Naruto gather chakra. Soon, a blue ball appeared in the palm of Uzumaki Naruto. Rasengan vs Chidori. The audience held their breath. They have all seen the power of Rasengan and Chidori. The collision of these two kinds of ninjutsu must be able to arouse fierce sparks. However, many people's hearts also mentioned their throats. These two kinds of powerful ninjutsu collide together. Once one side loses the wind, it will face the danger of life. Chidori. Rasengan. The moment Uchiha Sasuke and Uzumaki Naruto meet. The two shot at the same time. Chidori and Rasengan collide with each other exactly. Zzz. The moment the two ninjutsu collided, there was a roar. The raging chakra stirred up huge waves and ripples on the lake under their feet. The next moment, with a super loud roar, Chidori and Rasengan explode at the same time. Sasuke and Naruto were immediately pushed out by the force of the explosion for more than 10 meters 313. Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. So powerful. The audience frowned slightly. No one expected that the first collision between Rasengan and Chidori would end in a draw. However, the explosive power caused by the collision of ninjutsu still made everyone break into a cold sweat. Fortunately, the scene of the two fighting is on the lake. If it was a hard ground, it would be hard to say what would happen to the explosion just now. I didn't expect his Rasengan to resist the power of my Chidori. Uchiha Sasuke looks serious. He looks at Uzumaki Naruto floating casually from the lake. The face slowly darkens. Chakra can no longer be wasted like this. This kind of fighting against each other has no meaning at all. However, Uzumaki Naruto, with sadness in his eyes, looked sideways at Sasuke opposite. There is no doubt that Uchiha Sasuke really wants to kill himself. Sasuke. Uzumaki Naruto readjusts his body, eyes downcast in sadness. However, at this time, the curse mark on the back of Uchiha Sasuke's neck suddenly flickered, and countless black marks emerged from the curse mark to make up for Sasuke's body. Take advantage of the fast attack method, and then find out Naruto's flaws and then use Chidori to attack. Uchiha Sasuke reveals an evil smile. Did you know? Naruto, as long as you fight your opponent once, you can understand each other's thoughts without saying anything. This is a top-notch ninja. You are so naive, J. Uzumaki Naruto doesn't seem to get over the sadness that Sasuke wants to kill himself. For the other party's words, he is not in the mood to understand, not in the mood to listen. He just remembers that Sasuke is as lonely as he is. Every time he sees Sasuke, he will feel very relieved and very happy. He really wanted to talk to Sasuke, but he couldn't talk to Sasuke. There is no way. Sasuke is so good, he can do everything, and is deeply loved by everyone. Unfortunately, Naruto is different. It is a completely different crane tale from Sasuke. However, he is not reconciled. He really wants to be an opponent with Sasuke, and he doesn't want to lose to the opponent. Even at the end of the crane, he wants to work hard to get Sasuke's approval. Although I have been trying to be brave, but Naruto, I really want to become a ninja like Sasuke. Sasuke has always been the person he yearns for. Sasuke, who opened the curse seal, has greatly increased his strength, and Uzumaki Naruto, who is fighting, has no power to fight back. However, Naruto seems to be unconscious, being beaten passively all the time, only thinking about the 7th class where he and Sasuke used to be together. At that time, we should be friends. Naruto. The students in the same period did not know how to express their feelings at this time. No wonder Uzumaki Naruto always wants to trouble Sasuke. It turns out that's what he thinks in his heart. Look forward to each other, to catch up with each other's footsteps. But see, Sasuke seems to really want to kill Naruto. This pain. Everyone was silent. Perhaps only Uzumaki Naruto on screen can feel that pain. Uzumaki Naruto, who lost his fighting spirit, was easily defeated by Sasuke. Zzz. Chidori's thunder light appeared in Sasuke's palm again, and he grabbed Naruto's collar with one hand and lifted it in the air. The Chidori in his hand sizzles in front of Naruto. It's not meaningless, Naruto. For me, you are my best friend. Best friend. Uzumaki Naruto doesn't know what to think. Are best friends going to kill each other? What he said to Sasuke, he couldn't tell the truth from the false. Perhaps thinking that Sasuke regards himself as a friend is just his own wishful thinking. I am really too inferior to be like this. Snort. Sasuke chuckled lightly, holding Chidori in his hands. It's too late, Naruto. Not to mention, without any hesitation, Sasuke pierced Naruto's body with Chidori. Impossible. Uchiha Sasuke really got his hands on it. He really did it. He actually put Naruto. Oh my god, is it true that Uchiha Sasuke doesn't show any sympathy at all? How to explain this? In order to pursue power, revenge has blinded his mind. You can't say that. After all, you are a ninja, and a ninja cannot have private emotions. I just didn't expect Sasuke to be so cold-blooded. It feels like, AHBD, he is two people now. Hey. Naruto on the screen must be very sad. Look, Naruto, he has this on him. Orange chakra, 9 tails. Is Naruto really stimulated? Did the 9 tails go berserk? Or the 9 tails chakra that Naruto used himself? The audience was taken aback. But now that 9 tails chakra has appeared, it's hard to say what the next battle will be. Yes. This is very poor, but even if Sasuke wants to kill himself, even if he wants to, Uzumaki Naruto still doesn't want Sasuke to be snatched by a guy like Orochimaru. Uchiha Sasuke penetrates Naruto's right chest. He had just withdrawn the curse seal when it was expected that everything would be over. The next moment, an orange chakra burst out from Naruto's body. The next moment, Sasuke was immediately bounced several meters away. Uchiha Sasuke looked confused. What is this orange chakra? However, the situation in front of me seems to be beyond Sasuke's expectations. The orange-red chakra is like a storm on the sea. Create layers of waves on the originally calm lake. Uchiha Sasuke is even more visible to the naked eye. Naruto's pierced chest is rapidly healing. How is this going? Where did he get this power? Sasuke was dumbfounded on the spot. The orange-red chakra has always given him an absolute sense of depression, and a sense of ominous premonition suddenly arises. Sasuke. Uzumaki Naruto's voice is deep and hoarse. I will never hand you over to a guy like Orochimaru. Even if you break all the bones in your body, I will stop you. Nine Tails chakra's powerful explosive force instantly blasted the lake surface at Naruto's feet. Waves of several meters keep rushing in all directions. The strong wind formed by the violent chakra even blew Sasuke blind. This guy, is this Naruto? What was the orange-red chakra just now? Is this guy a monster? This kind of weird feeling is terrible. Sasuke was at a loss, and he realized how little he knew about Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto should have secrets that he doesn't know. What the hell are you? Sasuke couldn't help asking. However, Uzumaki Naruto seems to have misunderstood him and immediately replied, "We are friends. So even if I break your legs and hands, I won't let you go to Orochimaru." Uzumaki Naruto finally broke out. I was unwilling to hurt Sasuke in the early stage, but now I want to break all the bones in his body and not let him go to Orochimaru. The style of painting suddenly became strange. Hey, I remember that Uzumaki Naruto came to stop Sasuke because he was worried that his life would be in danger from going to Orochimaru. Right. But now he's going to break all the bones in Sasuke's body to stop him from going to Orochimaru. You say what if Naruto beats Sasuke to death? Then let him go to Orochimaru. The audience watched the changes in Uzumaki Naruto, and this time, his changes were like the battle with Shiro. The pupils turned red. The traces of the six paths texture on the face became rough, and the teeth also turned into fangs. Uzumaki Naruto in this case is clearly Nine Tails chakra going berserk. Finish. The audience let out a sigh of relief. Facing Uzumaki Naruto in this state, Uchiha Sasuke should have no chance of winning. This time the defection will end in failure. No more beheading. This kid, isn't this how he ran away when he was fighting with Bai? Terumi Mei. Indeed, this Naruto is different from the one who actively uses Nine Tails chakra. Fourth Raikage. Actively use the chakra of the tailed beast, but only a little bit, so naturally it cannot be compared with Rampage. Onoki. It seems that Uchiha Sasuke will really be interrupted by Uzumaki Naruto. At least so far, Uzumaki Naruto has no defeat. Shimura Danzo. It is impossible to defect to Konoha village. This is what happens to traitors. Uzumaki Naruto, as a ninja of Konoha village, will naturally win. Orochimaru. Danzo-sama is active. Do you really think that Orochimaru's power to Sasuke is poor? Yinyan village. Orochimaru sneered a few times. Orochimaru. Sasuke also didn't use his full strength. When he uses all the power of the spell, the rampant Uzumaki Naruto is impossible to be his opponent. What? Uchiha Sasuke is also hiding behind. Uchiha Sasuke stared at the screen. Seeing his surprised appearance, he realized that he was not there every time Naruto used the Nine Tails chakra. That's why I was frightened by Naruto's sudden change. Snort. The audience felt that Naruto in this state was very scary, but it was just an ordinary opponent. Who I am. Uchiha Sasuke. And also Uchiha Sasuke who got new power. Definitely won't lose to Naruto. Naruto made up his mind that even if he interrupted Sasuke's hands and feet, he would not let him go to Orochimaru. Ha! Uzumaki Naruto let out a loud shout, and pushed out with a single palm. Suddenly, the lake in front of Naruto was separated from the left and right, and a wave of unexplainable air rushed towards Sasuke. My god, is this the power of Naruto's rampage? It really wasn't a joke. Can you actually form an attack with the wind with just one palm? The audience was obviously dumbfounded. Moreover, Naruto's rampage this time is different from that of the white. It is said to be running away, but Uzumaki Naruto can still maintain a certain degree of consciousness. This kid, is he adapting to Nine Tails chakra power? The moment the air wave hit, Sasuke couldn't resist the air pressure, and was blown back again and again. Before he could stand still, Uzumaki Naruto had already come in front of him, and punched Sasuke, causing Sasuke to roll his eyes, and a pair of Sharingan almost jumped out of his eye sockets. 1. This punch made Sasuke dizzy even more. Taking advantage of his pain, Uzumaki Naruto didn't hold back his hand, and he punched Sasuke on the spot, punching the opponent's body into the air with 3 punches. Boom. Following up with a kick, Sasuke immediately spun and flew out. As soon as he stood firm, Sasuke felt a threat coming from above his head again. Looking up, Naruto's clenched fists had already come to the sky above him. Uzumaki Naruto punched Uchiha Sasuke hard like the bottom of a lake. Ah! Ah! Finish everything. Uzumaki Naruto looked up to the sky and sighed, as if venting the depression in his heart. However, Uchiha Sasuke is not that easy to deal with, and soon emerges from the bottom of the lake suddenly. Seeing this, Naruto immediately rushed towards Sasuke with sliding steps. The two fought back and forth a few times using physical skills. Sasuke was at a disadvantage, and when he flew out, he quickly formed a seal. Fire-style Great Fireball technique. Hot flames rushed towards his face. Uzumaki Naruto felt the temperature in front of him, his eyes widened, he took a sudden breath, and then opened his mouth. Ha! Sasuke's Great Fireball technique can be resolved only by breath. Not only that, after Uzumaki Naruto roared, the surface of the lake exploded suddenly. A gust of wind swept across the entire valley of the end in an instant. Sasuke, who was under this wire, had trouble breathing and his mind went blank, and he couldn't even open his eyes. Under such circumstances, Uchiha Sasuke only ended up in a situation where he was passively beaten. Uchiha, who had no power to fight back, was finally grabbed by Uzumaki Naruto's legs, swayed a few times, and threw him onto the rock wall of the ultimate valley. Boom! Uchiha Sasuke fell hard on the rock, raising thick smoke and dust. Naruto took advantage of the victory to chase after him, and immediately came to Sasuke and grabbed his collar. You're almost there, it's time for me to wake up. If you are not awake, I will beat you until you are awake, or beat you until you cannot move, and then bring you back to Konoha. Sasuke. Uzumaki Naruto said grumpily. Could this be the opponent? The audience was again blown away by Naruto's Nine Tails runaway. Last time, the 1,000 books in Bai's hands were destroyed by Naruto's roar. This time, Uchiha Sasuke's Great Fireball technique also ended up like this. But Uzumaki Naruto's roar this time is much stronger than last time. With a roar, the noodles exploded. Even the entire valley of the end seemed to be in a storm. It's just terrifying. Uzumaki Naruto like this is really scary. Uchiha Sasuke is not his opponent at all. Just now Daji boasted that the power he gave Sasuke would not be so weak. I think Uzumaki Naruto is strong. Don't talk nonsense, haven't you noticed that Sasuke has no scars at all? He didn't feel any discomfort. As soon as this remark came out, the audience was in an uproar. Everyone looked at Sasuke carefully again. Sure enough, apart from the disgusted expression on his face, he had no other discomfort at all. His face is not red and his heart is not beating, and his breath is quite stable. What's up with these two guys? Uzumaki Naruto is already famous for his resistance to beatings. Could it be that Uchiha Sasuke is also as resistant to beatings? You are really annoying. Sasuke showed disgust and impatience. For you who have no relatives or brothers, what do you know about me? You who have been alone since the beginning, what do you know about me, huh? It's painful because you once had it. How does it feel to lose it? What can you understand? Uchiha Sasuke's emotions suddenly became agitated. Holding Uzumaki Naruto, the two fell from the canyon towards the lake at the same time. There is nothing wrong with what Uchiha Sasuke said. Sometimes, losing after having something is 1,000 times more painful than not having it at all. Pure Land World. Senju Hashirama and Uchiha Madara, both of them feel a little bit about Naruto Sasuke's two things. Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke are very similar to the two of them back then. Naruto doesn't understand Uchiha Sasuke, just like Senju Hashirama doesn't understand why Uchiha Madara left Konoha village. Senju Hashirama. I miss this kind of feeling. Miss you mallet. Uchiha Madara cursed, but didn't talk to Senju Hashirama. In his heart, he still thinks that the world of infinite Tsukuyomi is the most reliable world. The reason for the tragic battle between Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke today is because of the ninja world itself. If Konoha village can really accommodate Uchiha, and the two sides can truly trust, maybe the ending will be another story. Just like when he left by himself, Senju Tobirama made a lot of contributions. The atmosphere in the classroom was a little awkward. Especially Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke. Fighting is fighting, where does so much nonsense come from? They were all words that involved emotional issues. This feeling made the two of them feel embarrassed and wanted to find a hole to drill in. The same period in the class has a different feeling. They lament the tragic fate of Uchiha Sasuke and Uzumaki Naruto. Sasuke wants revenge wholeheartedly, saying that Naruto doesn't understand. But does Uzumaki Naruto really not understand the feeling of owning and losing? If he didn't understand, how could he be trying so desperately to stop Uchiha Sasuke? Why? Two unlucky kids. Obviously the relationship is very good, but they have to go to this point. On a calm lake, Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke, both calm down. Stand firmly on the wooden stake on the lake. Uzumaki Naruto murmurs to himself. He doesn't understand the feelings of his father and brother, but he is with Mr. Iruka, and with Uchiha Sasuke. That kind of feeling may be like the father and brother that Sasuke said. Naruto, why do you control me to this extent? Sasuke, you are the bond I built with great difficulty. Naruto's answer made Sasuke startled. A little sadness flashed on his face. The two were silent for a moment. Sasuke slowly got out of the forehead protector representing the ninja identity of Konoha village and drove it to Mazeheng. It's too late, Naruto. It's impossible for me to turn back, if I'm the bond you finally established. Then I will cut it off with my own hands. When the words fell, Uchiha Sasuke's Ergodama Sharingan changed again, and it turned into a 3-Godama. Has Sharingan evolved? Could it be that? The audience froze. Question about Uchiha Sharingan according to what Senju Tobirama said earlier. Sasuke's Sharingan evolved suddenly, and there is only one thing that can explain this phenomenon, that is, he experienced some kind of emotional change just now. Causes the brain to secrete a special chakra. Sure enough, Sasuke is reluctant to part with this relationship with Uzumaki Naruto deep in his heart. That's true. I think he must have struggled a while ago when he said that he wanted to cut off the bond between the two of them with his own hands. But the phenomenon of Uchiha Sasuke is too terrifying, and the Sharingan evolves during the battle, and its strength must have been strengthened again. Opened the Sharingan of the 3 goblins because of Uzumaki Naruto. And also fight Uzumaki Naruto. Is Uzumaki Naruto still an opponent? Before the battle started, Uzumaki Naruto asked Uchiha Sasuke a question. Since you want to completely cut off this fetter, why bring the ninja forehead protector from Konoha village? Because I recognize you, you are very strong. Because you and I are the ones who understand loneliness and pain. This kind of pain can make us stronger and stronger. So cut off this fetter, and I will become stronger. From now on, you and I are equal opponents, but you still can't hurt a single hair on my forehead. This is impossible to change. Okay, let's gossip here, the next thing is to fight to the death. The chat between the two ends here. What Uzumaki Naruto can do is follow what he said before, Sasuke knocked down and brought back. Stepping out, Uzumaki Naruto formed a water curtain at the place where Uzumaki Naruto said so fast. However, the moment he punched, Uchiha Sasuke moved. After blocking Naruto's attack with one palm, he threw him out with 4 or 2 strokes. Sasuke, who had been unable to capture Uzumaki Naruto's movements just now, can clearly see Uzumaki Naruto's movements at this time. This is the special effect of Urgoyu Sharingan evolving into Sangoyu. After a few waves of attacks, Uzumaki Naruto looks flustered. Sasuke's actions are completely different from before. For a while, Uzumaki Naruto was actually at a disadvantage. Not long after, he was punched from the canyon rock to the bottom of the lake by Sasuke. Cow wow. The battle scene unexpectedly took a huge turn after Uchiha Sasuke opened 3 Tomo Sharingan. Originally Uzumaki Naruto had the absolute upper hand, but now he is in a passive situation. Only then did the audience understand a truth. This is the secret about the Uchiha clan. As long as the Sharingan of this race changes, once the pupil technique is strengthened, the strength of the whole person will undergo earth-shaking changes. It was extremely terrifying. And Uchiha's Sharingan does not need to rely on practice to complete evolution. Although the process may be a bit painful, it is the fastest way to gain strength. Uchiha Sasuke stepped on the lake quietly waiting for Naruto to appear. As a result, the calm lake suddenly exploded in the next moment. Countless Uzumaki Naruto shadow clone came out of the lake like a torpedo, and Uchiha Sasuke cleaned up Uzumaki Naruto's countless shadow clone while dodging. However, he ignored his feet. Uchiha Sasuke just landed on the lake when he felt something strange under his feet. When he reacted, his feet had already been firmly grasped by Naruto. Sasuke. With a loud roar, Uzumaki Naruto actually used Shadow Clone to form a long human body ladder. Using the inertial impact of the shaking of the ladder, Uzumaki Naruto threw Sasuke heavily onto the rock formations of the canyon. Unfortunately, such an attack has no effect on Sasuke Fu. Even, the other party started to form seals at the moment when his body was stable. Fire style. Dragon fire technique. Boom. The rock formations on the mountain were torn apart, and Uzumaki Naruto's shadow clone whizzed past in a flash of hot flames. Burn all the shadow clones. It's just that Sasuke didn't expect that Uzumaki Naruto lying in front of him is actually the main body. Looking at Naruto's dying appearance, Sasuke seemed to have seen a ghost, and his horrifying pupils kept trembling. Sasuke. Naruto's murmured voice reached Sasuke's ears, making Sasuke even more like a formidable enemy. My mind was confused. Uchiha Sasuke immediately kicked Naruto from the height, and then jumped up. It's too late, Naruto. Boom. A loud bang. Uchiha Sasuke hugged Naruto's waist, put his head between his legs and dropped heavily from the sky, thrusting Naruto into the solid rock. The next moment, Uzumaki Naruto seemed to lose his life, fell into the lake and drifted away with the current. As for Sasuke, he was terrified and vomited on the shore. Impossible. Uchiha Sasuke. Who? Did he really mean what he said? Did he really kill Uzumaki Naruto? The audience was shocked by the scene in front of them. Sasuke's appearance is also strange. Especially when he saw Naruto lying in front of him after being burned by himself, he was obviously scared. Is this what it's like to kill your own mate? Fear, panic, bewilderment, helplessness. After all, that is the best friend I recognized. It must be very uncomfortable to see the other party die in front of me. You say, Naruto he. Look, Naruto is not dead, he is standing up again. What is that? What happened to Naruto? What is that red liquid that is swirling around him? Deficit. Sasuke. You really want to kill me? Uzumaki Naruto yelled at Sasuke in displeasure. Indeed, the contemporaries in the classroom were dumbfounded. No one expected that Uchiha Sasuke would really kill Uzumaki Naruto. What about the promised best friend? Uchiha's people are really strange. They say that they are good brothers, and the next one is heavier than the first one. It's noisy, idiot. It was a life and death battle. What are you shouting about here, and didn't you stand up again? Not dead at all. Sasuke is extremely cold. Uzumaki Naruto was stunned for an instant. This sounded very reasonable, but he also wondered how he stood up again. And what are those strange orange-red flames that seem to be bubbling on my body? Could it be chakra? Hum hum. Uzumaki Naruto was lying in the lake, and a low roar came from his ears. You are weak, ghost. You must thank me well, and the fourth Hokage who sealed me in your body. Behind the huge sealed gate, a pair of huge fox eyes lit up. Subsequently, strands of orange-red chakra emerged from the gap in the sealed gate, slowly wrapping around Uzumaki Naruto. Is that 9 tails? The audience was not stupid, and immediately saw the way. The reason why Uzumaki Naruto can stand up again is purely due to the chakra given by 9 tails. The orange-red arrogance is still the chakra of 9 tails, but 993 is completely different from the previous one. What's going on here? Hasn't Uzumaki Naruto gone berserk? I am not sure as well. The orange-red chakra is not as violent as it used to be when Naruto used it. Instead, slowly and softly like a liquid, it begins to wrap Uzumaki Naruto's body. What is this? Uchiha Sasuke was slightly confused, staring at the orange-red chakra in front of him, and Uzumaki Naruto, who got up slowly but unconsciously. Call out. Suddenly, Uzumaki Naruto stood upright and punched Sasuke in the face violently. This punch actually made Sasuke spin 5 times in the air and fell hard on the lake. As for Uzumaki Naruto, it's still changing. When the orange-red chakra wrapped it completely, Naruto let out a painful scream. The next moment, a dazzling light flashed. Uzumaki Naruto's body is completely covered with a layer of orange-red chakra coat. The shape of the coat resembles a fox. On the other hand, Uzumaki Naruto, the whole person is lying on the lake. The scorching chakra coat turned out to be so steamy that white smoke kept coming out of the lake. Fourth Raikage. Is this the tailed beastization of Uzumaki Naruto? Onoki. I think it should be. This is very similar to Lao Zi and Khan's tailed beast transformation. First, a tail will appear, and then it will appear one by one according to the number of tails of the tailed beast. As the number of tails increases, the power will increase. It's getting scary. Killer Bee. This is not a good thing. In fact, this is the tailed beast rampage in the true sense. As the number of tails increases, the power of the seal is getting weaker and weaker. The number of tailed beast tails is actually equivalent to the tailed beast regaining freedom. Jinchuriki will die. Hiss. The explanation in the discussion group took everyone's breath away. It looks like Uzumaki Naruto is desperate. Stop Uchiha Sasuke at the risk of breaking the seal. No, I feel like 9 tails gave Uzumaki Naruto power on purpose. You mean 9 tails? According to Killer Bee, the more times this power is used, the weaker the seal will be. Huh. Speaking of which, that's what 9 tails did to break the seal. Besides Jinchuriki died, wouldn't the tailed beast disappear? So it is impossible for 9 tails to let Uzumaki Naruto die. Ah. Speaking of it this way, Sasuke is really pitiful. Everyone in the classroom stared wide-eyed, feeling that they understood it but felt they didn't understand it at all. But what they convey seems to be that Uchiha Sasuke is in trouble, and Uzumaki Naruto is not in a good position. Anyway, let's see the situation first. Uchiha Sasuke just got up and found Uzumaki Naruto with his arms in his arms, as if gathering in the calendar area. Boom. The moment Naruto stretched his arms, a powerful air wave instantly lifted the lake. Uchiha Sasuke has just experienced the invasion of the water wave, and before he can react, Uzumaki Naruto has come to his side. With the help of 3 Tomo Sharingan, Uchiha Sasuke struggled to avoid Naruto's first 2 attacks. However, in the end, he was slapped by his paw and flew tens of meters away. Halfway, Sasuke temporarily stabilized his posture by leaning on the tree stump in the lake. Standing on the tree stump, Sasuke looked at the one-tail Naruto in surprise. What is that? Even if I can see Naruto's actions clearly, but the chakra seems to act with free consciousness. Also, my Sharingan can't see this chakra clearly. The situation changed again. The audience stared blankly. I thought that after Uchiha Sasuke opened 3 Tomo Sharingan, Uzumaki Naruto, who ran away, was no longer his opponent. Who would have thought that Uzumaki Naruto still has other cards? How much strength do the 2 of them have yet to fully reveal? Orochimaru. Is Sasuke saving chakra? Why doesn't he use the celestial seal I gave him? Tsunade. Are you confident, Orochimaru? Is the heavenly curse seal you gave Sasuke stronger than 9 tails chakra? Jiraiya. How should I put it? Although I don't know how powerful Orochimaru gave Sasuke, but Naruto's tailed beast rampage does not seem to be a good thing for him. Fourth Raikage. It's definitely not a good thing. The chakra coat that wraps Naruto's body has a strong temperature and erosive properties. Let alone the increase in the number of tails, Jinchuriki will be completely deprived of consciousness by the tail beast. This layer of chakra, repeated erosion will also bring great harm to Jinchuriki. Onoki. Fortunately, there is only one seal. It seems that the seal is still very stable. If there are several more, I am afraid that Sasuke will be killed by the unconscious Naruto. Nani. It turned out to be like this. Jinchuriki is indeed synonymous with horror. Now take a look at Uzumaki Naruto. Compare the car to Gaara, which was turned into a star beast before. Gaara's crane-tailed animalization is really nothing. Uchiha Sasuke naturally won't be intimidated by Uzumaki Naruto's appearance anymore. Not only that, Sasuke took the initiative to launch an attack on Uzumaki Naruto. The small fireballs continuously ejected from the mouth were all avoided by Uzumaki Naruto's high-speed movement. Sasuke was not discouraged, and immediately began to make seals. Fire-style Great Fireball technique. This time the Great Fireball is far more powerful than the previous Great Fireball. When the icy lake water came into contact with the hot flame, a mist was stirred up. However, Uzumaki Naruto remained unmoved by the sea of flames in front of him, and rushed directly into the sea of flames. When the white mist dissipated, Uzumaki Naruto was still wearing the Nine Tails chakra coat, standing on the lake unscathed. Is that chakra protecting him? Looking at the motionless Uzumaki Naruto, Sasuke broke out in a cold sweat. Calm down. He forced himself to think calmly. Such Uzumaki Naruto is really terrifying. His great fireball technique is completely blocked by his chakra coat. This phenomenon is really weird. After a few seconds, Sasuke got a countermeasure. As long as you can keep a certain distance from Naruto and try to attack, he will be helpless. Completely counteracting Uchiha Sasuke's great fireball technique with the chakra suit covering his body alone. The audience, many of whom were ninjas, were dumbfounded. Don't say that Sasuke's great fireball technique is very powerful. Ordinary people simply cannot unleash such a terrifying fire style. However, this level of fire style is completely ineffective against Uzumaki Naruto Zero. This Naruto is getting more and more scary. Indeed, and this is still a tail. If a second tail is opened, will he become even more terrifying? Didn't you read the discussion group? Naruto's form is not something you can do casually. It depends on the strength of the seal and the condition of the chakra released by Nine Tails. If there are too many tails, Naruto's consciousness will be taken away by the tailed beast. If he can't stabilize, he may go completely berserk and eventually die. However, Sasuke is also very strong, right? He immediately discovered that Naruto has no ability to attack from a distance, even if he is powerful. It would be nice if Chuda was not approached by him and then took the opportunity to find an opening. Uchiha Sasuke decides to pay attention. Just long-distance combat is fine. However, the next moment, Uzumaki Naruto made a move. He slowly raised his left arm, swung one arm, and a sharp claw made of chakra immediately grabbed Sasuke. And the sharp claws are as soft as a long snake. No matter how Sasuke dodges, the sharp claws will always follow behind Sasuke. Audience. Who said just keep your distance? There's no point in keeping your distance now. In this state, Uzumaki Naruto is both offensive and defensive, and he is simply invincible. It's over. Uchiha Sasuke is completely screwed. Is this the result of angering Uzumaki Naruto? Sasuke managed to escape the claw's attack and just landed on the lake. A layer of water curtain suddenly rises and surrounds him. Immediately, strips of orange-red chakra arms burst out from the water curtain, aiming at Sasuke. Seeing this, Sasuke used his three Tomo Sharingan's pupil technique to sway left and right, completely without the slightest ability to fight back. There is no way, Uchiha Sasuke can only escape towards the other side of the lake. However, Uzumaki Naruto, who was hanging upside down on the rock, saw all of this. Seeing that Sasuke was about to escape, Naruto immediately swooped down from a high place. The moment the outstretched arm hit Sasuke's side, the surface of the lake exploded immediately. The rough waves brought Sasuke directly to the shore. Uchiha Sasuke was about to breathe a sigh of relief, but found that the lake suddenly rose, and a big orange-red hand emerged from the water and was about to pounce on him. With no time to rest, Sasuke hurriedly got up to escape. Eventually cornered by Uzumaki Naruto. What the hell is this? Uchiha Sasuke was stunned and frightened. For Uzumaki Naruto like this, all he can do is barely 4.3 to avoid the opponent's attack. Facing such a situation, the curse mark on Uchiha Sasuke's neck lights up again. The previous Dao Dao pattern resurfaced again. At the same time, Uzumaki Naruto's long arm has grabbed Sasuke, and with the inertia of bringing Sasuke in front of him, Uzumaki Naruto is the wolf's 10 punches against Sasuke. With this punch, Sasuke spun several times out of thin air and crashed into the rock formation of the Ultimate Valley. Hiss. The audience was shocked by the scene in front of them and couldn't say a word. Is this Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke from Konoha village? Especially Uchiha Sasuke. Everyone suddenly found that each other and Uzumaki Naruto belong to the same type. It is really resistant to beating. Even in the face of Uzumaki Naruto's heavy blow, Uchiha Sasuke is like a normal person, still able to jump around. If it were someone else, Naruto might be able to kill him with a single punch. Great. Can win. Uzumaki Naruto felt secretly refreshed. I beat the mighty Uchiha Sasuke so embarrassingly that I can finally feel proud. Correspondingly, Uchiha Sasuke suddenly became nervous. How can I be so embarrassed by Uzumaki Naruto? This is a great shame. Senju Tobirama. Did Sasuke block one of Naruto's attacks with the power of the seal before being attacked? Orochimaru. Stop the attack. Of course you can say that, but my heaven seal is not used in this way. I believe Sasuke should want to feel the real power. Uchiha Sasuke was tense. You're moving. Isn't it embarrassing to be beaten up by Uzumaki Naruto? It's really embarrassing to throw it home. What else did you say that Naruto couldn't move a single hair on his forehead, even after being beaten, he couldn't find it? If you don't save the situation quickly, Uzumaki Naruto will laugh at you to death in the future. Even in this tense moment, Sasuke wanted to ask Orochimaru in the discussion group whether the heavenly curse seal given to him was reliable or not. However, looking at himself standing up on the screen, Sasuke finally breathed a sigh of relief. Although Orochimaru is pervert, the things he gave are practical. Hum. Uchiha Sasuke sneered a few times. Stands up in embarrassment. There is really no way. Once I get this power, I don't even know what I will become. There is no other choice now, Naruto. Between the words, Uchiha Sasuke's body changed again. The lines on the body glowed again, and then began to spread. Knowing that Sasuke's entire body is covered, the pattern of the curse seal suddenly disappears. Instead, Sasuke's fair skin became darker, and his black hair grew crazy by several inches, and the color was gradually replaced by dark purple. The black shuriken-shaped mark left on the bridge of the nose is particularly eye-catching. Judging from the overall appearance, Sasuke's appearance has become extremely scary, and there is evil in his eyes. He. Naruto, you are indeed special, but. Uchiha Sasuke held his head high, with an evil smile on his face. I'm more special than you. Hum. Hiss. Sasuke's cold laugh made the audience shudder. Totally changed. After Uchiha Sasuke used the power Orochimaru gave to 07, he became the evil Sasuke again. These two are really more special than the other. I thought Uzumaki Naruto won 100% of this battle, but I didn't expect that Uchiha Sasuke really kept his trump card. The result of this duel is hard to say again. Quote. In classrooms, there was a slight tremor in the eyes of all the contemporaries. Especially the female classmate who has always liked Uchiha Sasuke before. Sasuke is excellent, handsome and ruthless. It is simply a walking girl harvester. But what about Uchiha Sasuke on screen? Not to mention the terrifying appearance, the sneer is also chilling. I thought Uzumaki Naruto, who turned into a tailed beast, would be scary enough, but Sasuke, who uses Orochimaru's power, looks like a pervert. At first glance, it is definitely a villain's face, and it is still the kind of villain that can't be put on the table. We must resist any power of Orochimaru. Sasuke looks so weird. Sasuke, you can't be fooled by Orochimaru now, he is too pervert, the power he gives is strange. Yes, if the power given by Orochimaru turns you into a dog and a cat again, it will be even worse. What do you know? Orochimaru Orochimaru, inferred from the name, to transform an animal is also a snake. Uchiha Sasuke. This group of women is really troublesome. Just watching a video, how can there be so much nonsense? Be it Orochimaru or whoever. Or whether this force is evil or righteous. As long as he can see his own highlight moments, Sasuke is content. In short, absolutely cannot lose to anyone. Uchiha Sasuke had other considerations on his mind, too. My parents can see it in the Pure Land world, and if I want to come to Uchiha Skunk, I can see my performance somewhere in the ninja world. If this is violently beaten by the other party, shouldn't the parents be chilled? The most terrifying thing is, who knows how that weasel hiding somewhere in the ninja will laugh at himself. Uzumaki Naruto lay on the ground, grinning angrily at Sasuke. Sasuke. When you say special, do you mean this? Hum. Uchiha Sasuke didn't respond to Naruto's intention at all, and clenched his fists. Looks at his fist left and right. Strength. These powerful fists, this powerful body. HMPH, I really don't think I will lose at all. Uzumaki Naruto didn't want to hear Sasuke's self-admiration here, and he was so angry that he cut the ground and punched Sasuke. 2 seconds later, Naruto came in front of Sasuke. Uzumaki Naruto took the lead while Sasuke was still feeling the power. A paw lands on Sasuke's body. The huge impact immediately exploded on the spot, raising a cloud of dust. But it didn't end there. The moment Naruto took pictures of Sasuke's body, the tyrannical force led both of them to slide across the rock formation of the Valley of the End, and finally hit the rock wall. By the way, a deep hole was smashed out of the foot of the statue of Uchiha Madara. The dust dissipates. The scene in front of him surprised Naruto. No wonder he feels that the feeling of hitting Sasuke is not right. It turns out that there is a huge wing full of fingers in front of Sasuke to block his attack. Is this the curse seal of heaven? The audience was immediately frightened by the scene in front of them. Is that still Uchiha Sasuke? A pair of palms actually grew out of his back. And the 5 fingers are actually connected by countless fingers. From a human point of view, the current Uchiha Sasuke's body structure seems to have surpassed that of ordinary humans. It can also be said that Yozaiba Sasuke is no longer a human being. This Orochimaru's power is too strange. But it seems to be very easy to use. That palm easily blocked Naruto's attack. Uchiha Sasuke, in pursuit of power, doesn't even want to be a human. Uzumaki Naruto froze. Is this still the Uchiha Sasuke he knew? But Sasuke didn't feel any discomfort. Taking advantage of the moment when Naruto was in a daze, the big hand suddenly moved, and with a wave of his hand, he sent Naruto flying tens of meters and smashed the foot of the Senju Hashirama statue. However, when Sasuke stood up, he felt a little uncomfortable. He remembered what Yin and the others had said to him before, that the curse seal would keep eroding, even though he had successfully opened the second form of the curse seal after taking the Shinxin pill. But without using this power steadily and proficiently, what he needs to do is to fight Naruto in front of him quickly. Uzumaki Naruto saw Sasuke get up, and he also stood up slowly. At the same time, the pain from the left arm made Naruto turn pale. The left arm has been injured in the action just now, and I can't hold on for too long. Sure enough. Although Uchiha Sasuke's appearance has become weird, his power has been strengthened terrifyingly. With a wave of your hand, you can fly the beast-tailed Naruto tens of meters away. And it can also hurt Uzumaki Naruto, who is a tailed beast. This terrible power is, as Orochimaru said, a terrible force. Not to mention ordinary ninjas, not even many Jonin can compete with this force. I think the two of them should decide the outcome. Guess who will win? As far as the current situation is concerned, I feel that Sasuke has a relatively good chance of winning. After all, he has already fought against Uzumaki Naruto, who turned into a tailed beast before. He should be very clear about the control and confrontation of power. I guess Uzumaki Naruto won. If Sasuke won, he would definitely kill Uzumaki Naruto, then there would be no inventory behind Naruto. And Naruto won by breaking Sasuke's hands and feet and bringing him back to Konoha village. Uchiha Sasuke shuddered suddenly. There seems to be nothing wrong with saying this. Nani? Could it be that he used Orochimaru's power and was still beaten by Uzumaki Naruto? If it was like that, I would really be unable to hold my head up in front of Uzumaki Naruto in the future. Naruto, do you know? This place is called the Valley of the End. It's the right stage. Yeah, I said stop gossiping. Then make a break here, break everything about us. Uchiha Sasuke said arrogantly. Recalling the past between the two, Uzumaki Naruto didn't say anything, and slowly lowered his head. Stop everything. The tail of chakra behind Uzumaki Naruto kept flicking. He is already tired. Since Sasuke wants to end everything, if that happens, he still has to follow what he said before. No matter what method he uses, he must bring the other party back. Naruto said nothing, spread out his right hand, and the purple chakra was gathering. Sasuke also put down his body and started to make seals. In an instant, a purple-red Rasengan appeared in Naruto's palm. Uchiha Sasuke, not to be outdone, the silver and black Chidori uttered a cry. Everything is ready, the two struggled to jump out of the statue. In the middle of the waterfall, Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke draw the direction for this battle. Rasengan. Chidori. Fuchsia Rasengan. Silver and black Chidori. The audience was once again refreshed by the actions of Naruto and Sasuke. Uzumaki Naruto's Rasengan is an attributellus chakra ball. Integrating Nine Tails chakra, the concept of color can still be understood. But what about the silver and black lightning style? Fourth Raikage, the black lightning style. This move feels very similar to the lightning style Black Panther developed by the old man, and only Darui has inherited this electric escape. Darui, boss, I didn't expect that when Sasuke gained power, lightning style could also turn into a black thunder. Orochimaru. He. What a bunch of ignorant people. The 693 black lightning style was invented by Third Raikage, but it is no different from the ordinary lightning style. But the Chidori that Sasuke is using now is not the black lightning style you mentioned. Orochimaru licked his tongue, watching Sasuke as if he were looking at a perfect work of art. Orochimaru. Sasuke's Chidori is still an ordinary lightning style ninjutsu, but the silver and black Chidori is a lightning style ninjutsu that combines the Senjutsu chakra. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Nani? Orochimaru, do you mean that you gave Sasuke the chakra with Senjutsu and the seal? Senju Tobirama. Monkey, the apprentice you taught is quite interesting. He can transfer the magic of immortality directly to someone through some means. Jiraiya. I finally understand, no wonder Orochimaru will give Sasuke power. It seems Orochimaru you are not getting Senjutsu like getting a body with Senjutsu. Orochimaru. A young body with Senjutsu and a Sharingan. Nani? Fairy chakra. What it is? The audience was taken aback by what Orochimaru said. As ordinary ninjas, they don't say they have seen such advanced techniques as Shanju, or even listened to them, they have never heard of them. Not to mention understanding the mysteries. However, they understood one thing at this moment, that is, the Chidori assisted by the on-screen commander is definitely not an ordinary Chidori. Chidori infused with Senju chakra and Rasengan infused with Nine Tails chakra. What if these two ninjutsu collide? The audience felt incredible when they thought about it. Look, the two of them are right on each other. Rasengan. Chidori. The moment Rasengan and Chidori collided, the Nine Tails chakra on Naruto and the Curse Seal chakra leaked from Sasuke, and the two were intertwined. The entangled chakra keeps spreading from the two of them to the surroundings. The powerful force began to spread around. The rock formations on both sides of the waterfall were broken, blocking the waterfall from the rapids above. The moment the power exploded, the impact caused the waterfall to flow backwards. Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke are wrapped in the center of the explosion. Sasuke's Sharingan trembled slightly at the moment when Sasuke's Chidori was about to penetrate Naruto's chest. The palm that was originally in a penetrating posture suddenly changed into a fist, and the fist hit Naruto's chest. Uzumaki Naruto suffered from pain, swung his right arm, and his sharp claws slashed across Sasuke's forehead, just happened to draw a deep mark on his forehead protector. What happened to these two people? What level of destructive power was this? Even the turbulent waterfall was blown backwards. There are indications that the final confrontation between Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke was unimaginably powerful. Are these two really genin? Rasengan and Chidori. This If this kind of ninjutsu hits a person, wouldn't it kill the opponent in minutes? Horror, these two genins from Konoha village are simply too strong. Did you find out just now that Uchiha Sasuke showed mercy at the last moment? I saw that he obviously changed Chidori's piercing to using fists. Hey. It's a good thing Sasuke wears a forehead protector, otherwise, depending on how sharp Naruto's claws were on his forehead, the original intention might have opened him up. But the two made such a big commotion, it should stop, the battle should be over. In the classroom, everyone finally breathed a sigh of relief. Uchiha Sasuke still couldn't bear to attack Naruto at the end. The two of them may still be best friends. Sasuke is really, he said the most ruthless words on his mouth, and his heart softened when he struck Naruto. Sasuke won this time. Inuzuka said cheerfully, but was pulled by Aburame Shino beside him. This is not the time to be excited. After all, in the hearts of Naruto and Sasuke, no matter which side loses, they must be unhappy. Cut. Who cares about his mercy? Even if Sasuke doesn't stop, nothing will happen to me. Uzumaki Naruto suppressed the aggrieved heart, and said with a smile. In fact, in Naruto's heart, he knows that his level is not as good as Uchiha Sasuke. For so many years, Uchiha Sasuke has been a genius in everyone's eyes. It is also the object of worship that I want to pursue. The self in the video must have experienced hard training to have such strength, but what about Sasuke? The other party's hard work is not inferior to his own. If he defeated Sasuke so easily, Uzumaki Naruto would feel a little uncomfortable. But seeing his opponent showing mercy to him, Naruto had mixed feelings. There are joys and disappointments. HMPH. The tail of the crane is indeed the tail of the crane. Even with great strength, it is still impossible to defeat me. Uchiha Sasuke snorted arrogantly. My heart is happy. In any case, in this wonderful matchup with Uzumaki Naruto, I was able to turn the tables against the wind at the end. Lose to anyone, but lose to Uzumaki Naruto. Absolutely not. The battle in the Valley of the End is over. The sky is clouded over. Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke, who ended the battle, should have used up all the calendar stars. Naruto lay quietly on the ground without moving, and Sasuke stood beside him, looking at Naruto quietly with lowered eyes. Not long after, the forehead protector of Konoha village, which was scratched by Naruto on Sasuke's forehead, suddenly slipped and fell lightly beside Naruto. Naruto. Sasuke murmurs. Uchiha Sasuke wanted to speak, but at this moment, the sky began to drip with raindrops. Sasuke was about to raise his head. Suddenly, there was a stabbing pain from the curse mark on his neck. Unable to hold back, Sasuke knelt down in front of Uzumaki Naruto. The two face each other face to face. At the same time, the rain is getting heavier and heavier. Sasuke just quietly looked at Uzumaki Naruto's sleeping face. He thought that this should be the last time he had contact with Uzumaki Naruto, and the two would never see each other again. The audience watched the scene expressionlessly. I have to say that Uchiha Sasuke and Uzumaki Naruto are definitely a pair of good brothers. Naruto's affection for Sasuke is easy to see. In fact, many viewers knew in their hearts that the reason why Konoha village sent a team to chase Sasuke. Its purpose was more to worry about Orochimaru getting the Sharingan of the Uchiha clan. In other words, I don't want Sharingan to pass away to the outside world. This is because Konoha village has just broken out of war, and the daily situation is unstable. Otherwise, it's hard to tell if Konoha village will send Anbu, and killing Sasuke at all costs won't let him go to Orochimaru. But Uzumaki Naruto had no such thoughts in his heart at all. His purpose is very simple, that is to bring Sasuke back to Konoha village and not allow him to do risky things. Unfortunately, Naruto failed. Uchiha Sasuke left. Viewers don't know how much pain Uzumaki Naruto has in his heart. This kind of pain should be no less than losing a loved one. Because for Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke is already his closest person. The rain is getting heavier and heavier. Naruto is still lying on the ground alone. Naruto. Pipe. Quote. At this time, Ninja Dog Parker came to Naruto. Seeing Uzumaki Naruto like this, Parker trembled in his heart. How could it become like this? Immediately, it sniffed the forehead protector on the ground, looked up at Kakashi. It's Sasuke's, it's a pity the rain is too heavy. Kakashi didn't say anything, the rain has already buried Sasuke's breath. Hitaki Kakashi stared blankly at Naruto for a few seconds, then slowly picked him up. Sadly said, Naruto, according to your personality, I think you must be desperate. Forgive me for being late. Valley of the End. How ironic that is Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke will fight here. Just like Senju Hashirama and Uchiha Madara who founded Ceremonial Foundation Tree Leaf Village together. Uchiha Sasuke, walking alone in the dark woods with his tired body drenched in the rain. As expected of my child. When I'm with you, Dad always talks about you, Sasuke. You are my unique brother. As the barrier you need to overcome, I am with you, even if you hate me. You have the same qualifications as me to open Mangekyo Sharingan, but there is a condition, that is, kill your best friend. Sasuke recalls everything he had. And the painful memories of that night. Uchiha Itachi told him the secret of opening Mangekyo Sharingan before leaving, but Uchiha Sasuke looked sad, but his face suddenly changed when he thought of Uchiha Itachi. There is infinite ferocity in the eyes. I won't obey you, I will use my own method to gain strength, and use my own method to surpass you, I will definitely. Sasuke muttered to himself angrily, and walked slowly into the depths of the darkness. Why? The audience didn't know how to evaluate this scene. Apparently, Uchiha Sasuke walked into the darkness alone with hatred for Uchiha Itachi. However, there seems to be something else hidden about this Uchiha genocide. Confused, Uchiha Sasuke ran to find Orochi with hatred for his big brother. What confuses the audience most is what will happen to Uchiha Sasuke this time. Is it a container for Orochimaru, or is it another village? What will happen to Uzumaki Naruto in the future regarding Uchiha Sasuke? This aroused everyone's curiosity. The screen image slowly faded. At the last moment, inciting figures appeared on the screen. Everyone is here. Orochimaru has been out of the organization for many years. That Orochimaru got the Sharingan, Itachi, that person is your younger brother. But it doesn't matter, we will kill Orochi one day. There are still 3 years left, everyone can complete the target, our task. It is to get all the tail beasts including 9 tails. What's this? The last picture played on the screen made everyone stunned. Organization, 9 tails, and tail beast are all in hand. For a moment, the entire ninja world was fried instantly. There is actually an organization hidden in the ninja world, their purpose is to get all the tailed beasts. Hey, what do those guys do? I don't know, that sounds like Orochimaru once belonged to that organization, and Uchiha Itachi was there. It looks like they're going to kill Orochimaru. Nonsense, the Orochimaru defection organization will definitely deal with him. This organization should be the same as the black market, and it will not let the traitors go easily. No, I mean they were so understated when they said they killed Orochimaru, because Shimaru is Sannin at worst. Who is this group of people who are so crazy? Suddenly, the discussion group exploded. Fourth Raikage, capturing all the tailed beasts within 3 years, I'm really overwhelmed. Onoki. Well, it's the Akatsuki organization. In fact, I have something to say. In order to save the expenses of Taiyan village, I hired them to fight. I didn't expect their ambition to be so big. I thought it was an ordinary the mercenary, unexpectedly, had his idea on the tailed beast. Fourth Raikage. Third Tsuchikage. You. Terumi Mei. I really didn't expect people from the Akatsuki organization to come up with such an idea. Now that you have been exposed, let's come out and talk about it. We will settle accounts with you sooner or later for what you have done to our fourth Mizukage. Namikaze Minato. The goal of the Akatsuki organization is the tail beast. Could it be that the man behind the scenes is the masked man who attacked Konoha village that night? Senju Tobarama. Akatsuki. What is that? Jiraiya. Actually, when I was looking for Orochimaru, I already investigated the Akatsuki organization. They are an organization composed of 9 S-level rebels, and I heard that everyone has a little eccentricity. I think this when a group of people get together, they probably wouldn't be able to do charity, but they didn't expect that their target was really a tailed beast. Orochimaru. It's really a group of lingering guys. After so many years, are you still holding on to me? Let me tell you that the 5 major ninja villages should deal with this group of guys quickly. An organization composed of 9 S-rank rebels. When everyone in the ninja world heard the words, they were all scared to death. Everyone knows what the S-level rebellious ninja represents, that is the top master in every ninja village. An organization composed of 9 masters is really not something that ordinary people can handle. This system. In Rain Shinobi Village. Nagato slowly opened his eyes. When the discussion group was first established, he observed everything early on. As luck would have it, his pen 6 paths was included. Nagato. Quote. Conan looked at Nagato nervously. Nagato shook his head at her calmly. It's okay, Conan. If I speak in the group as Pain, they probably won't know who I am. 17. Nagato is full of confidence. Hidan. Hey. Orochimaru. Long time no see, are you so afraid of us that you want to ask the 5 great powers for help? Deidara. Stupid Hidan, the boss told us not to come out inside, why are you so disobedient? Hidan. Little Deidara, we've all been exposed, what's left to hide? Onoki. Deidara. Are you also in their Akatsuki organization? Deidara. Old man, long time no see, how is your waist? Last time the system punishment did not make you disabled. Onoki. Traitor. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Huh. Onogi, so your apprentice has become a traitor too. Onoki. Hee, each other, Jiao. Jiao, each other are rebels, so don't mention it. Pain. Hidan, Deidara, you two shut up. When Pain spoke, Tong Jiao and Hidan immediately shut up. This kind of behavior also makes others suddenly enlightened. The guy named Pain in the discussion group is the boss of the Akatsuki organization. Who is Pain? Everyone was dumbfounded. There seems to be no such character in the ninja world. Namikaze Minato. Pen. Could it be Uchiha Madara? Jiraiya. Pain, I see your avatar, your eyes are Rinnegan, right? What did you do with Nagato? Where is Nagato, is he there? Too bad no one answered Jiraiya's question. Do you think Uzumaki Naruto will fight Pain in the next match? After all, the Akatsuki organization wants to capture the tailed beast. A powerful tail beast like 9 tails must be captured by their boss himself. I think Naruto's next opponent is Orochimaru. After all, Orochimaru kidnapped Uchiha Sasuke. Orochimaru. Uzumaki Naruto fights Orochimaru. No matter what the opponent says, he is a legendary Sannin. No matter how fast Uzumaki Naruto practices, it is impossible to defeat Orochimaru in a short time. What you said makes sense, but if Uzumaki Naruto can't even beat Orochimaru, how could he win Pen? Isn't Pen the boss of the Akatsuki organization? Why is Pain not Pain? I have never heard of this person's name. Maybe it is the existence of a fox pretending to be a tiger. Quote. The exposure of the Akatsuki organization caused people in the ninja world to talk about it. But they know that everything can wait until the inventory is over. And the process of inventory is also the process of intelligence collection. Whoever exposes his strength on camera will be unlucky. At the same time, the system's voice sounded again. Congratulations to Orochimaru for answering correctly, reward his soul strength to be improved. Dark Cave. A red light flashed in Uchiha Obito's single eye. Is the Akatsuki organization completely exposed? It doesn't matter. As long as your identity is not exposed. Uchiha Obito reflected on Kakashi's presence just now. It failed to prevent the tragedy from happening. If Hatake Kakashi can come to the Valley of the End one step ahead of time, it is impossible for Uchiha Sasuke to go to find Orochimaru. In Obito's heart, if Hatake Kakashi doesn't reuse it, it should be no problem to deal with Uchiha Sasuke, and the opponent has no strength. HMPH. Garbage is garbage, and he can't do anything well. Obito glanced at the profile picture of Hatake Kakashi in the discussion group. Can't help but want to go up and spit. Fortunately, I didn't discuss any issues in the discussion group, and the current avatar is not yet recognizable. Obito thought to himself. Black Zetsu frowned. Sure enough, nothing can escape the observation of this system. Even if the Shao organization is not exposed now, there is a great chance that it will be exposed in the future. After all, tailed beasts must be collected. And no matter who collects the 9 tails in Uzumaki Naruto's body, it will definitely have a big fight with Naruto. When the time comes, it will definitely be listed under Uzumaki Naruto's excellent duel. Black Zetsu stared at the screen in front of him. He knew very well that the Shao organization couldn't hide it at all. But what does this have to do with him? His purpose is to unblock Otsutsuki Kagaya from Infinite Tsukuyomi. Black Zetsu chuckled secretly. Immediately, his face changed suddenly. Forgot about the big stuff. If the plan to collect tailed beasts is known, wouldn't the entire ninja world pay special attention? After this system is gone, Ninja Village will definitely strengthen its targeting of the Akatsuki organization. At that time, it was even more difficult to collect tail beasts. Obito, this system it. Black Zetsu suddenly looked anxious. If we can't collect tail beasts in the future, wouldn't it be impossible to revive my mother? Don't panic, Black Zetsu. According to Pain's ability, as long as Senju Hashirama is not resurrected, no one is his opponent. Besides, I believe that Uchiha Madara must be thinking of ways to revive at this time. No matter what happens afterwards, once the stocktaking is over, we will still have the advantage. Uchiha Obito's comforting meal eased Black Zetsu's mood a lot. You are right. As long as the system is not exposed and Otsutsuki Kagaya is unblocked, anything can be said. Of course, in Black Zetsu's heart, it is impossible for the inventory system to expose the unblocking of Otsutsuki Kagaya. After all, if you want to unseal Kagaya, you first need to gather 9-tailed beasts. When Uzumaki Naruto loses the tailed beasts in his body, he will die. It's not the turn of the so-called wonderful matchup. Once stabilized, the situation is still in your favor. Black Zetsu smiled secretly, and then pretended to ask Obito, Obito, in this question and answer mode, Nohara Lin may also be resurrected, you. Obito was silent. Black Zetsu was ignored. Nohara Lin must have her own thoughts in not rushing to answer. What Obito wants is not Nohara Lin in this world, he wants Nohara Lin, but what he needs to change more is this ninja world. There must be a perfect ninja world in order to have a perfect life for him and Nohara Lin. Also, that rubbish would never be as trash as it is now in the world I created. He will always be a perfect genius ninja. The exposure of the Akatsuki organization is undoubtedly a blockbuster for the ninja world. However, under the appeasement of Ninja Village, everyone understood that everything had to wait until the inventory was over. What can be done now is to watch the video in peace and stability, and collect information from all parties by the way. Fourth Raikage. Unexpectedly, we will live the light of Uzumaki Naruto. Onoki. Just expect Naruto's opponents to be some reference characters, especially this guy named Pain, who actually owns the legendary Rinnegan. Jiraiya. Pen, your face, does it say you're Yahiko? Yahiko, what's wrong with you, why are you Nagato? Pain. Jiraiya. What about Nagato? Why didn't Nagato and Yahiko answer me? Orochimaru. Jiraiya, I persuaded you to kill those 3 children at the beginning, but you just didn't listen to me. The ninja world, AHCG, is not as simple as you think. You are so naive. Oh, you are exactly the same as Mr. Sarutobi. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Orochimaru, shut up and watch Naruto's follow-up battle. Maybe it will help you. Aren't you also being chased by the Akatsuki organization? Pain. Don't worry, if Uzumaki Naruto really meets me, it will be his last battle, and it is impossible for him to win against me. In classrooms, everyone swallowed nervously. This guy named Pain seems really powerful. And the eye that the opponent has is the legendary Rinnegan. What is Rinnegan? They don't know. But watching the movie and Tsuchikage's performance, I seem to be very nervous. Naruto, your follow-up opponent, seems to be getting stronger and stronger. Inuzuka Tooth was dumbfounded. Does it mean that Uzumaki Naruto's achievements will become more and more powerful? His fight with Sasuke was pretty scary already. This is the 7th. It seems that Naruto's final opponent must be this guy named Pain. Asuma smoked a cigarette melancholy. The opponent's target is the tailed beast, and the 9 tails in Naruto's body is the most powerful tailed beast, and they must all be captured by the boss of the Akatsuki organization. I just don't know if Naruto can protect all of this by then. Mr. Asuma is right. If Naruto defeats Pain and removes the Akatsuki organization for the ninja world, all ninja villages will be at peace. If Pain gets the 9 tails in Naruto, no matter what plans they have, it will bring disaster to the ninja world. Nani. Hearing the sound, Uzumaki Naruto was in high spirits. Speaking of it this way, as long as I defeat Pain, the boss of Akatsuki, I will be a hero in the ninja world. After finishing speaking, Naruto did not forget to squint at Sasuke. Cut. Don't be too proud of yourself, you idiot, you lost to me in the Valley of the End. Sasuke responded angrily. He didn't expect that Uchiha Itachi was hiding in the Akatsuki organization. Their boss looks very powerful. Cut. Unexpectedly, the person who fought Naruto in the last battle was Pain. Sasuke was very depressed. Although I said that I was finishing Gu Shaosheng Uzumaki Naruto, but in the final analysis, the number 1 battle is the most intense. The guy who fought with Uzumaki Naruto, also the strongest. It's a pity that all of this seems to have no chance with me. Don't ink anymore, let's start the next video inventory. Yes, we want to quickly see who Uzumaki Naruto's next opponents are. It's really tense, and now I hope that Naruto, the Vortex, will defeat that Pain in the final battle. Don't be so arbitrary, maybe that Pain is just bluffing, maybe he can't even rank among Naruto's opponents. Ding. Just as everyone was watching, the sound of machinery came into everyone's ears. Uzumaki Naruto's top 10 wonderful matchups. Top 6. New departure, Tiantichao, Monsters and Monsters. Monster vs. Monster. The audience were all taken aback. One of the monsters is an obvious allusion to Uzumaki Naruto. In that case, who is the other monster? How did Uzumaki Naruto become a monster? This. Among the people he fought when he was 12 years old, apart from Zabuza, Shiro, Inuzuka, and Hyuga Neji, who are considered normal humans, are the other 2 ridiculously strong and inhuman. Recalling Gaara, who turned into a beast with a tail, and summoning a crane, it is undoubtedly a monster to pick one at random. In addition, Uchiha Sasuke who opened the curse seal of the sky in the Valley of the End. In short, it is no longer the appearance of ordinary people. Plus Uzumaki Naruto with a tailed beast. In the case of Uzumaki Naruto's tailed beast, it can also be classified as the same as the tailed beast's Gaara. A monster indeed. The other monster referred to as Uchiha Sasuke who opened the curse seal of the sky again. After all Sasuke went to Orochimaru, Konoha village will definitely not let it go. When Kakashi returns with Naruto, he will go after Uchiha Sasuke after regrouping. Just when everyone was wondering, the screen starts to flicker. He, 3rd Hokage's favorite disciple. One of Konoha village Sanin. Member of the former Shao organization. The founder of Yinin village. The traitor who kills the teacher. The number 1 human trafficker in the ninja world. The number 1 scientist in the ninja world. As 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen's favorite apprentice, he had a chance to compete with 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato for Konoha village's 4th Hokage. But he was addicted to the experiment and couldn't extricate himself, so frantic that he began to use the body of his fellow villager to conduct experiments. Others believe in the will of fire, but he focuses on researching technology and hard work. Others live older and older, and he lives younger. His ability is not the most powerful, but it is the hardest to die. He is sometimes a man, sometimes a woman, and sometimes not a human. His running posture is different, but it is the most scientific running posture in the ninja world. His hair is long, his tongue is long, his neck is long, and his life is long. He is Uchiha Sasuke's big, good master. Featuring Konoha village 3rd Hokage's favorite disciple. One of Sanin, a member of the former Shao organization, a traitor who kills his teacher. From these few pieces of information alone, it can be deduced that the person who fought Uzumaki Naruto was Orochimaru. However, the next few lines made everyone look confused. Tsunade. If it weren't for the previous few articles, I would have thought that I was fighting Naruto and living younger and younger. Isn't that about me? Jiraiya. This, how do I feel that this system seems to be teasing Orochimaru, with long hair, long tongue, long neck, life, Senju Tobarama. This man named Orochimaru also likes to do research, no wonder he can give the magic chakra to other ninjas through the seal of the spell. Senju Hashirama. It seems that our Konoha village is still full of talents. Although this kid named Orochimaru killed Sarutobi, this kind of killing of the master is not worth advocating. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Unexpectedly, Orochimaru has more titles than me as a master, although there are not many good titles. Onoki. Ninja Scientist. PFF'd. Uchiha Fugaku. But I didn't expect Orochimaru Senpai to become Sasuke's good teacher. I thought Sasuke went too. There are many bad luck and bad luck on his side, it seems that there should be no big problem. Orochimaru. He had the illusion that the last two sentences of the system seemed to be not good words. But as smart as Orochimaru, he couldn't guess what the system wanted to say. Konoha Village Ninja School. Uzumaki Naruto's classmates were dumbfounded. Even Asuma and Kurenai Yuhi looked at Naruto in disbelief. Naruto. The opponent below you is Orochimaru. Asuma stretched her neck halfway, looking surprised. Ah. What's the matter, teacher Asuma? Uzumaki Naruto didn't understand why Asuma's surprised expression was. Isn't it Orochimaru? Uzumaki Naruto knows his temper. He is sure that if he sees Orochimaru in the video, he will definitely fight madly with each other. Even if he bites with his mouth, he would like to bite Orochimaru to death. There is no other reason, it is because the opponent kidnapped Uchiha Sasuke. This guy deserves to be the #1 human trafficker in the ninja world, even Sasuke Tomochiya was fooled away by him. But I think there must be something wrong with the system, and he's just praising that Orochimaru. Uzumaki Naruto points to Orochimaru's introduction on the screen. Otherwise, why does it show here that Orochimaru is Sasuke's great teacher? Everyone. No. Naruto must have misunderstood. Everyone was speechless. Although people don't know what it refers to, it is definitely not the so-called good master Naruto said. At best, he is a good master. The most puzzling thing is the one in the system introduction. Sometimes he is a man, sometimes a woman, and sometimes not a human. Hehe, Weineng is the reason why the system judged that the big snake is a monster. Is Uzumaki Naruto about to face Konoha Village's legendary Sannin Orochimaru? This news is also a blockbuster in the ninja world. The audience cheered and circled. Is Uzumaki Naruto's opponent level already Sannin? Let's take a blind guess at how old Naruto was when he fought Orochimaru. I don't think it's possible to be 12 years old. It would be too scary to look like that. 12-year-old ninja against the legendary trio, how does it make others live? Tiandi Chao, gusts of wind. A figure appears at one end of the bridge. On the other side, a rickety man in a red cloud robe with a black background is walking slowly towards the Tiandi bridge. The target of the rickety man is the man in the cloak on the bridge. The woods near Tiandi Chao, Uzumaki Naruto, Haruno Sakura and Sai, are lurking waiting for the opportunity. Captain Yamato is about to succeed. Haruno Sakura thought to himself. Wow. Uzumaki Naruto has grown up. Uzumaki Naruto on screen dazzled the audience. Although the opponent is squatting behind the stones in the forest, it is obvious that the current Naruto is much taller than before. The body also becomes stronger. He looks much more handsome than before. Let me just say, Naruto can't fight Sannin at the age of 12. From what he looks like now, he must be at least 15 or 16 years old. 15 or 16. Don't you think 15 or 16-year-olds fighting the fabled Sannin is scary in itself? Lie. 15-year-old Uzumaki Naruto vs. Orochimaru. On the bench in Konoha village, Hitaki Kakashi has no intention of watching, kind of heaven, in his hands. Self-proclaimed as a genius boy, he also met Orochimaru when he was about 15 or 16 years old. It was Orochimaru's defection, and Hitaki Kakashi was in Anbu with orders to pursue. In the end, when he met Orochimaru who was seriously injured, Kakashi didn't even have the courage to fight. Just meeting the opponent's eyes, Kakashi was scared by that aura and dared not move. I never thought Naruto would fight Orochimaru at the age of 15 or 16. However, Hitaki Kakashi's slightly drooping eyes became sharper. Shouldn't that hunchbacked man in a red cloud robe with a black background belong to the Akatsuki organization? Indeed, as the audience saw. When the pictures of the Shao organization were first exposed, although their appearance was blurred, the shape of the red cloud on the clothes they were wearing was quite obvious. How did people from Akatsuki become teammates with Uzumaki Naruto and the others? Yamato. It turns out that there is an S-rank rebel named Yamato in the Akatsuki organization, and I don't know which village this Yamato is from. Members of the Shao organization, all of them watched in bewilderment. That rickety man was none other than their companion, the Scarlet Sand Scorpion. They also knew very well that the Scarlet Sand Scorpion has a subordinate who has been undercover by Orochimaru's side all year round. Moreover, for unknown reasons, the Scarlet Sand Scorpion hated Orochimaru, his former partner, and wanted to kill him all the time. The Red Sand Scorpion wants to kill Orochimaru, Uzumaki Naruto wants to kill Orochimaru and save Uchiha Sasuke. Judging fundamentally, the two seem to have a common goal, but there is a reason for cooperation. Fourth Raikage. This picture is wrong. How did Uzumaki Naruto get mixed up with people from Akatsuki? Onoki. I don't know, isn't the Akatsuki organization going to collect tailed beasts? How could the two of them be together? Orochimaru. Hehe, isn't that the Red Sand Scorpion? Why has it fallen to the point of joining forces with the enemy to kill me? Red Sand Scorpion. Shut up the stinking snake, I will never cooperate with thee in Konoha village. Chio. Scorpion. Could it be that you are in Sunagakur? The old Chio looked at the people who appeared in the discussion group in disbelief. Just now she wondered that the hunchbacked figure on the screen looked like something. After confirmation, she can finally conclude that it is the favorite puppet tool of her precious grandson, Fei Liuhu. Unexpectedly, his grandson who failed to live up to his defection was also in Shao's organization. Yamanaka Ino. I think you have misunderstood something. The Sakura next to Naruto with a broad forehead is Haruno Sakura. She seems to say that that person is Captain Yamato, not the captain of the Red Sand Scorpion. Orochimaru. I'm laughing so hard, Scorpio, do you really think I don't know what you did to Yakushi Kabuto? I figured it out a long time ago. Orochimaru. And look at the current situation, your Akatsuki organization has already started to capture the tail beast, but it seems to be not going well, since Uzumaki Naruto and the others can join Yakushi Kabuto in your form, it proves that you have been defeated by them and they got information about me from you. Red Sand Scorpion. Your snake fart, Orochimaru, how could I be defeated by them? Deidara. Hey, is Brother Scorpion defeated? It seems that Brother Scorpion's art is not mature enough. No, it can't be called art at all. Everyone in the Akatsuki organization was shocked. Judging from the performance of the content on the screen, the Red Sand Scorpion does have the possibility of being killed, and all the information on him has been obtained by the ninjas of Konoha village. Among them is information about meeting Yakushi Kabuto, one of Orochimaru's men, at Tenji Bridge. That's why Konoha village sent Uzumaki Naruto, Haruno Sakura, etc. to investigate information about Uchiha Sasuke. I can't believe it, Brother Scorpion was actually killed by the ninjas of Konoha village, and the poor man got information, It's so pathetic. Deidara burst into laughter. The Red Sand Scorpion was expressionless. This is impossible. I am the #1 puppet master in the ninja world, and the most cautious in the ninja world, how could I be killed by the ninjas of Konoha village? But the other party clearly stated that the person in Scarlet Amber is called Yamato. It seems that I am really in danger. Scorpion and Yakushi Kabuto are exchanging information. However, Orochimaru's sudden appearance broke the conversation between the two. Yakushi Kabuto pretended that Orochimaru saw through his identity as a spy of the Akatsuki organization, and took the opportunity to come to the side of Scorpion. Taking advantage of the gap that Scorpion didn't pay attention to, he used the chakra scalpel to cut through Scorpion's Fei Liuhu. Yamato's arm was hit, and he had just escaped from Scarlet Lake, and was facing Orochimaru's latent multi-snake hand. In desperation, Yamato can only escape Orochimaru's attack by using a wood-style double. You should be the undercover agent arranged by Scorpio next to Orochimaru, haven't you been manipulated by Scorpio with ninjutsu all the time? Yamato looked at Orochimaru and Yakushi Kabuto in front of him with a dazed expression. Unexpectedly, at the critical moment, Yakushi Kabuto actually betrayed the Red Sand Scorpion. Humph. Is that a ninjutsu of little tricks? Master Orochimaru has already helped me crack it. Yakushi Kabuto spread his arms and said with a high-spirited smile. Immediately, he looked at Yamato seriously. Who are you, actually carrying the Konoha village's forehead protector? It's really troublesome. Originally, I wanted to join hands with Master Orochimaru to solve the scorpion, but I didn't expect to encounter such a thing. Orochimaru didn't take it seriously, with a cold smile on his face. He, it looks like Scorpion is in trouble, maybe he's dead now. And if I remember correctly, you should be the ninja who succeeded in my wood-style experiment. I didn't expect to live until now, it really surprised me. Senju Tobarama. The kid named Yamato can use the wood style of the big brother. What is the wood style experiment that Orochimaru said? Sarutobi Hiruzen. Teacher, we were actually shocked by the wood style ability of first Hokage, so we did the experiment of transplanting first Hokage adult cells, but unfortunately many people died, and this child perfectly inherited the wood style of first generation adults. Shimura Danzo. Teacher, in fact, this child's original name is Tenzo, and he was raised by me, but was snatched away by Hiruzen in the end. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Danzo, what you said is wrong. Tianzang belongs to Konoha village, and it has nothing to do with who cultivated it. Orochimaru. I think you two old fools are really shameless. Not only did you fail to do the experiment, you also killed so many Konoha village ninjas, but my experiment succeeded, and you started to take the credit for yourself. Orochimaru. Konoha village wanted wood style, not only because wood style is powerful in ninjutsu, but most importantly, wood style can effectively control tailed beasts. Orochimaru. So many people died in exchange for a wood style user. I don't know if it's worth it, but this is off topic, but according to the picture played on the screen, the red sand scorpion was really taken by Konoha village. The ninja was killed, otherwise how would they get such important information? The red sand scorpion. Snake, don't be arrogant, you will be attractive in a while. Yakushi Kabuto originally wanted to ask what happened to Yamato in front of Orochimaru. But Orochimaru laughed and said, I will explain to you about this child later. Speaking of which, let's call out the three little mice at the back together. Yamato's expression was stunned, all their concealment has long been seen by Orochi. It doesn't make any sense to hide now, Yamato made a secret signal. In an instant, Uzumaki Naruto, Haruno Sakura, and Sai jumped out from the forest behind him. Appear in front of Orochimaru in unison. It's you again. Yakushi Kabuto tilted his neck and looked at Uzumaki Naruto, who was already red-eyed with contempt. Orochimaru scanned the three of them, and came out that he didn't know Sai, and the others were old acquaintances. So they are all familiar faces. Ninetales is here too, so let me spend some time playing with you guys, and by the way, let me see who is stronger now, you or Sasuke. Here we go. The audience perked up immediately. But according to Orochimaru, Uchiha Sasuke seems safe so far. The opponent did not seize his body. Uzumaki Naruto was red-eyed as soon as he came on the stage, which is enough to show that the guy had already suppressed the anger in his heart when he saw Orochimaru play. Especially when he heard the other party mention Uchiha Sasuke's name, Uzumaki Naruto obviously gritted his teeth. Moreover, Naruto's teeth have begun to look like fangs. This shows that he is on the verge of going berserk. I don't know what the seal in Naruto's body is like now. The opponent is Orochimaru, one of the Sannin, how can he deal with it so easily? If Naruto's strength is still similar to a few years ago, it is absolutely impossible to defeat Orochimaru. You mean to just look at the results of Uzumaki Naruto's practice over the past few years? It's 4-on-2 right now. That Yakushi Kabuto is not weak, and according to Orochimaru, the wood-style ninja named Yamato is not bad either. Even if Naruto and the others can't beat Orochimaru, if they want to escape, it's not a big problem. The two sides are facing each other in the center of Tiandi Bridge. Uzumaki Naruto couldn't suppress the anger in his heart, and his sharp nails scratched the bridge surface deeply. Bring back Sasuke. After a simple sentence, Uzumaki Naruto's hair stood on end. Scare. At this time, Haruno Sakura, Sai and Yamato discovered Naruto's abnormality. They looked at Naruto, and the crimson chakra had risen from his body. Needless to say, Naruto-kun, that's not accurate for you to say that. Sasuke came to our side voluntarily. It's so uncomfortable, you are really not a man. Yakushi Kabuto said arrogantly while holding his glasses. Shut up, you four eyes, you don't understand Naruto's mood at all. Don't make sarcastic remarks here. Haruno Sakura didn't realize the seriousness of the situation at all. Uzumaki Naruto lowered his head and said nothing. The color of chakra on his body became more and more intense. Orochimaru saw this and smiled slightly. If you want to get Sasuke's information, then use your strength to ask me. Of course, the premise is that you can do it. Orochimaru smiles evilly. Suddenly, a red shadow passes through Yakushi Kabuto instantly. Before Orochimaru reacted, he felt a wave of heat rushing towards his face. Looking closely, Uzumaki Naruto's claws have come to his face. Boom. A loud bang. Uzumaki Naruto didn't talk nonsense, and slapped Orochimaru's face with sharp claws. Orochimaru suddenly flew into the woods like a cannonball. In the case of hitting countless tree trunks, Orochimaru slid hundreds of meters in the forest. Audience. Silence. For a moment, the entire ninja world was quiet. That's Orochimaru right. There is nothing wrong with the legendary Konoha Sannin. This. Uzumaki Naruto slapped him hundreds of meters away in just one encounter. Not even time to react. Is the current Uzumaki Naruto already this strong? The audience didn't see anything clearly just now. They saw Uzumaki Naruto slap Orochimaru in the face. Then Orochimaru slammed into the woods, gliding 100 meters away. Fear. Uzumaki Naruto's appearance this time is too scary. This slap showed Uzumaki Naruto's unwillingness for 3 years. It tapped Uzumaki Naruto's 3 years of accumulated anger against Orochimaru. The audience stared collectively. Orochimaru was in a daze, and the red sand scorpion laughed loudly. Scorpion. Lai Pai Snake, I thought your strength had improved a lot, but I didn't expect you didn't even have time to react. Deidara. Is that 9 tails? It's kind of interesting. Hidan. Orochimaru, you are not dead, you should not die. After all, I want to dedicate your life to Lord Cthulhu, you have no faith. Belief. Isn't Orochimaru's belief science? The audience smiled wryly and shook their heads. Uzumaki Naruto has indeed grown up, taller and stronger. His strength is the same as his height, and he has grown to an unbelievable level. The opponent is Orochimaru, one of the Sannin, who is so embarrassed. In classrooms, everyone looked at Uzumaki Naruto in horror. I can't imagine that Naruto will become more and more scary after a few years. Everyone looked at Naruto tremblingly. Naruto on the screen is the same as Naruto in the Valley of the End, wearing a tailed beast coat. But the power it exerted is definitely not comparable to that of the Valley of the End period. In addition to the identity of the opponent, it is also not an existence comparable to Sasuke back then. So, Uzumaki Naruto of this period, perhaps as the title says, is no longer human. Even Sasuke was dumbfounded. What the hell is the power of 070? One claw can shoot a person hundreds of meters away, and it is still in the case of obstacles like a forest. Even Naruto himself was dumbfounded. Is the blonde brother on the screen really me? That's pretty cool too. One slap knocked Orochimaru, who killed 3rd Hokage, that far. However, Uzumaki Naruto is not stupid. Looking at himself sitting on the bridge with red chakra all over his body, he said with a smile. You all needn't be that surprised. I also know that this power is the power of the 9 horns. Perhaps the ordinary me is not so powerful. Whoops. Naruto's words aroused everyone's taste even more. You can't say that. The reason why Jinchuriki is called Jinchuriki is because of the tail beast inside. Under normal circumstances, a ninja who becomes a Jinchuriki has to depend on the tailed beast in his body for life. The power of the tailed beast already belongs to Jinchuriki's personal power. Uzumaki Naruto's operation is obviously in Versailles. The spiritual world of Uzumaki Naruto. 9 Tails raised his huge fox head, showing displeasure. My name is Kurama, not 9 trumpets. Snort. But Naruto, this kid knows a lot, and knows that this power is not his own. On the Tiandi Bridge, everyone was dumbfounded. Haruno Sakura, Yamato, Sai and Yakushi Kabuto, facing Uzumaki Naruto with a tail sticking out, they dare not breathe. Especially Yakushi Kabuto. Looking at Naruto's eyes squinting at him, his whole skin felt numb. If you are stared at by the monster in front of you, I'm afraid it will be very bad. However, among these people, only Yamato looked serious. He remembered the warnings given to him by Hitaki Kakashi and Jiraiya. I am afraid that after Uzumaki Naruto's chakra becomes this shape, the number of tails will gradually increase. The final outcome is that it will become 9 tails. Even Jiraiya's warning frightened Yamato. During the 3 years he led Naruto to practice, he encountered Uzumaki Naruto's runaway once in a while. The number of tails has reached 4. The price Jiraiya paid for seeing all this was to escape death, leaving a dizzying scar on his chest. Hiss. The scar on Jiraiya's chest took everyone's breath away. Is that what Uzumaki Naruto in 4 tails does? He actually beat the legendary Sannin Jiraiya to a narrow escape. Could it be that in this duel, Uzumaki Naruto will also break out, and 4 tails Li Xing will compete with Orochimaru? That's really interesting. However, Jiraiya's subsequent explanation of the tailed animal clothes on the screen also made the audience sigh. As said in the previous discussion group, when Uzumaki Naruto turns into 4 tails, the tail beast chakra on his body will erode Naruto's body to the point of bloody blood. It will seriously wound him, because of the rampant 9 tails chakra corrosion, causing Uzumaki Naruto's lifespan to be shortened. Naruto. Hey, sure enough, the stronger the power, the greater the risk. Wait, look, Orochimaru. As expected of Sannin, that Orochimaru is fine, and he came out of the woods again. Naruto-kun, you have grown a lot as a Jinchuriki. Yakushi Kabuto ridiculed on the surface, but was shocked by the strength of 9 tails chakra in his heart. At the same time, on the other side of the Tenji Bridge, Orochimaru is slowly walking out of the woods. Even though Yakushi Kabuto teased Uzumaki Naruto so much, Naruto didn't respond. But when Orochimaru came out, he immediately looked at Orochimaru with infinite anger in his eyes. You look more and more like Jinchuriki, Naruto. Orochimaru's voice was low, and the moment he raised his head, Uzumaki Naruto was stunned. The opponent's face is not Orochimaru's own, but his own face was actually torn by Naruto's previous claw, and it is now hanging on Orochimaru's face. How is this going? The audience was suddenly confused. Who is the person on the screen? Didn't the system say that the person is Orochimaru? But the appearance of the other party is not the Orochimaru that the audience knows at all. Sarutobi Hiruzen. As expected, Orochimaru, you really learned that ninjutsu. Senju Tobarama. I also find it strange. The so-called container and other nouns before, I understand now when I see this. Orochimaru is really a genius. He has thoroughly studied the ninjutsu of using other people's bodies to achieve reincarnation. Senju Hashirama. Oh. You understand Tobarama too. Senju Tobarama. Brother is messing around, I know some theory, but of course it is impossible for me to study such evil ninjutsu. Deidara. What do you mean? Scorpion. Huh. Is it a ninjutsu that achieves reincarnation and immortality by taking one's soul consciousness from another's body? Is this also considered immortality? Hidan. I am immortal, Lord Cthulhu gave me strength, ha 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 ha. Hey, do you want to join the cult of Cthulhu? The audience was dumbfounded. What are these people talking about? Reincarnation, eternal life, immortality. Could it be that the current Orochimaru is immortal? Obediently, what a terrifying thing this is. Monster, absolutely monster. When the system introduced Orochimaru before, it said that he may not be the strongest, but he is definitely the hardest to die. It is also said that the younger he lives, the younger he is. Sometimes he is a man and sometimes a woman. I finally understand now that Orochimaru was able to do all this because he kept taking other people's bodies. It's disgusting. What if he takes a fancy to my body that day? I still have to hope that Uzumaki Naruto can kill this pervert for the best. Yes, come on, Naruto, kill Orochimaru, the pervert. Orochimaru stares at Naruto, and takes another look at Yamato. In an instant, he understood the role of Yamato. It turned out that the Konoha village side wanted him to stare at Uzumaki Naruto, and once the opponent ran away, he would use wood style to control him. Orochimaru touched it casually, and changed into a new face that belonged to him. Smiling and said, as a former experimental subject, I will take you back. But before doing it again, I have to fight Naruto in front of me. Let's see how far my Sasuke has grown. Orochimaru's words immediately made Uzumaki Naruto, who had not responded, excited. You fool, don't make Sasuke talk like it belongs to you. Uzumaki Naruto is angry. Following a low growl, the nine tails chakra on his body became thicker and thicker, and the second and third tails slowly appeared behind him. At this time, nine tails chakra seemed to be crazy, and kept raging madly on the Tiandi bridge. Call out! The tyrannical red chakra swept across the valley, setting off a gust of wind. The entire Tiandi bridge swayed after the blowing. Boom! The next moment, the bridge deck under Naruto's feet finally couldn't bear the burden brought by chakra, and sank directly. Naruto's tyrannical nine tails chakra then slowly withdraws. Wait until everything is stable. Uzumaki Naruto lay on the ground and stared at Orochimaru with his teeth bared, with three red tails swaying in the wind behind him. Interesting. Seeing Uzumaki Naruto in such a state, Orochimaru forced a calm smile. At this moment, Naruto is ready to make a move. The sharp claws move slightly on the bridge. Just about to step forward, but Yakushi Kabuto behind Naruto noticed Naruto's subtle move. As Orochimaru's confidant, Yakushi Kabuto will never allow anyone to hurt Orochimaru. Seeing that Naruto wanted to shoot, Yakushi Kabuto launched a sneak attack from behind Naruto one step ahead. Da da da. The sound of Yakushi Kabuto running caught Naruto's attention. Turns head slightly. The moment Uzumaki Naruto saw Yakushi Kabuto, he opened his mouth and let out a roar. With this roar, the chakra aura emanating from it instantly exploded all around. Yakushi Kabuto was even affected by the direct confrontation, and the whole person flew out of the Tiandi bridge. Bang bang bang. 3 times in a row, Yakushi Kabuto finally hit a tree and stopped. Well, chakra alone. Yakushi Kabuto looked in disbelief at the Tenchi bridge that had begun to crumble. This is a bridge made of reinforced concrete. It was actually coaxed to collapse by Uzumaki Naruto. As a result, Yakushi Kabuto himself suffered serious internal injuries, and blood kept coming out of the corner of his mouth. 5.5. Fortunately, he is a medical ninja, otherwise, this time, his fate will be explained here. This heaven and earth bridge of the country of grass. Many people still know about this bridge. Around. The fences are all steel structures, and the entire bridge is also made of reinforced concrete. In the end, Uzumaki Naruto coaxed him into a landslide. This is enough to see how fierce Uzumaki Naruto is in the three-tails state. And that Yakushi Kabuto, as the confidant of Orochimaru's subordinates, his strength is not bad. It was just a voice, and the explosive momentum almost killed Yakushi Kabuto. The audience was stunned. Is this the true strength of Jinchuriki? No wonder it is used by Ninja Village as a weapon of war. With such a terrifying power, which ninja would dare to confront the Jinchuriki who uses the power of the tailed beast? What kind of power is this? It's because of terror. Even Orochimaru was beaten and ran away. I haven't seen Gaara be so fierce after turning into a tailed beast last time. 11. After Uzumaki Naruto turned into a tailed beast, why is it so scary? I think Orochimaru is deliberately provoking Uzumaki Naruto, wanting to see how well the opponent can use the power of the tailed beast. Otherwise, how dare he say Sasuke is his in front of Naruto? Yes, who doesn't know Uzumaki Naruto's friendship with Uchiha Sasuke? Orochimaru is purely looking for death for nothing. This feeling is a bit outrageous. The battle between Orochimaru and Uzumaki Naruto has the look of two fighting for Sasuke. Jiraiya. I understand what Orochimaru means. He wants to test Naruto's strength to tell Sasuke that following his choice is not wrong. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Really? You can easily misunderstand me by saying that Orochimaru is a good teacher. Uzumaki Naruto. No, I finally realized it now. The reason Orochimaru taught Sasuke was just to occupy his body while occupying his power. Rather than teaching Sasuke, he taught his future self. Whoops. Uzumaki Naruto's mind has become so bright. This is beyond everyone's imagination. In classrooms, Uzumaki Naruto looked at Uchiha Sasuke with disdain. You always say I'm stupid, and I find that you are the least intelligent one. Orochimaru is obviously paving the way for his own future. You are so stupid to go to him. Super idiot. Sasuke. Face Naruto's taunt. Uchiha Sasuke frowned slightly. Good guy. Did this kid get so inflated watching the video that he even dared to provoke himself? Sasuke just wanted to refute. The explosion sound from the screen drew his attention away. Uzumaki Naruto in the state of three tails, nothing else in his consciousness. My head is full of Orochimaru. The red chakra turns into extended claws, as sensitive as his own arm. Naruto pursues Orochimaru into the deep forest. Thick and long claws keep attacking Orochimaru. One claw goes down, the strength is so strong that all the trees fall down wherever it passes. Orochimaru also didn't dare to neglect, so he happened to dodge in the forest. In order to follow the trail of the two, Sai uses the Super Beast fake painting to draw the falcon flying in the sky chasing Naruto and Orochimaru. Just as Sai found out where the two were, he found that Uzumaki-07 Naruto was so angry that he slapped his hands towards the ground because he couldn't attack for a long time. Boom! In an instant, a violent explosion occurred at Uzumaki Naruto's position. Smoke and dust come straight to the sky with flying branches. The strong updraft blows Sai hard to approach. And Uzumaki Naruto slapped the ground, even bursting out a deep pit. Whoosh! Amidst the dust and smoke, a figure bumped out. Fall down firmly on the branch. Orochimaru, squatting on the branch in embarrassment at this time, half of his arm has been completely blown off. So that's how it is. With the help of Jinchuriki's power, is it possible to do this? Orochimaru looks contemptuous. The voice fell, his expression trembled suddenly. He lowers his head and opens his mouth. After a while, a new Orochimaru emerged from his body. I go. What kind of powerful attack is this? All the audience stared blankly at Uzumaki Naruto lying in the deep pit on the screen. Just slapping the ground with both hands, and it exploded. What the hell is this? Everyone couldn't help frowning in fright. Faced with such a situation, they don't know how to make an evaluation. How many detonators are needed to produce this kind of explosion? Moreover, what kind of ninjutsu was Orochimaru just now? It's disgusting. The audience were all shocked by the operation of the two. The explosive power of Uzumaki Naruto using the tail beast power is much more terrifying than before. And his opponent, Orochimaru, under his bravery, used extremely weird ninjutsu. The amputated arms were all broken due to the impact of the explosion. As a result, Orochimaru ran out of his body unscathed. Can someone tell me what's going on here? Yeah, I clearly saw that Orochimaru's arm was blown off, but now it's intact again. Also, Uzumaki Naruto is too scary. Has it reached the point where there will be a violent explosion if you just hit the ground? These two people are really wrong. Sarutobi Hiruzen. That's Orochimaru's big snake flow body replacement technique, which is equivalent to the shedding of the snake's skin. It can shed the original injured body from his body. This trick consumes a huge amount of chakra, but it is quite life-saving. Onoki. As expected of an apprentice taught by a ninjutsu professor, he can create such a life-saving ninjutsu by himself. Fourth Raikage. Orochimaru is worthy of being one of Sannin, although this ninjutsu is a bit disgusting, but it is indeed very practical and very life-saving. Orochi Flow Body Replacement Technique. After understanding the situation, the audience called out to the experts in their hearts. There is such a terrible life-saving ninjutsu. Able to abandon the body he originally used to form a perfect body. Although the appearance is a bit ugly, but I have to say that it is really enviable. Especially when performing missions, no one can guarantee that there will be no accidents. Broken arms and legs are a very normal phenomenon, and severe cases will even lose their lives. With Orochimaru's body replacement technique, there is no need to worry about these problems. It can only be said that it is worthy of being one of the Sannin, and the ninjutsu used is beyond the reach of ordinary ninjas. Ordinary people are still cannon fodder in the eyes of others throughout their lives. But there are some people who chase others around when they are only 16 years old, and the opponent who beats them can only rely on vomiting to generate a new self to avoid physical pain. What's this? This is the gap. Orochimaru's taunt clearly worked on Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto's expression froze for a moment, and then became painful. He wailed so much that he buried his head on the ground, and the pupils of his eyes became even more blood red. Slowly, Uzumaki Naruto's consciousness entered darkness. He recalled the previous battle with Sasuke in the Valley of the End. In that battle, he lost, and the price of losing was that he never saw Sasuke again. Uzumaki Naruto fell into the water and kept sinking towards the depths. It's because I'm too weak that he doesn't agree with me. As for me, I want to be strong at all costs, in order not to cut off the friendship I have formed with great difficulty. For my friendship with Sasuke not to be cut off. Uzumaki Naruto slowly opened his eyes, and in front of him was a huge sealed gate. Slowly, Naruto instantly floated the seal of the gate into the sealed gate. Totally fell into Kurama's palm. At the same time, the body of Uzumaki Naruto in reality is undergoing rapid changes. His pupils have been completely replaced by red, and even the pupils have disappeared. The skin on his body began to fall off, and the blood that came out was instantly evaporated when it met Nine Tails chakra, forming black smoke. Slowly, thick smoke enveloped Uzumaki Naruto as a whole. On the branch in the distance, staring at the black sphere in the deep pit below because of vigilance. He was stunned for a moment, then smiled and said, "Ah la la, this feeling is completely different from before." Uzumaki Naruto. Has it come this far for Uchiha Sasuke? Uzumaki Naruto in the picture is just like what Jiraiya said in Yamato's recollection. The skin peeled off, revealing flesh and blood. And, under the influence of Nine Tails chakra, Uzumaki Naruto's flesh and blood has been attacked. The blood oozing from the body is mixed with chakra and evaporated. This is enough to see how corrosive the layer of chakra covering Naruto's body is. Maybe it was someone else who couldn't stand this kind of physical pain for a long time. Hey, how would you rate Naruto? It's really a pity, if it wasn't for Uchiha Sasuke, maybe he wouldn't have to suffer like this. Speaking of it, it's Konoha village's problem. If Konoha village didn't exclude Uzumaki Naruto, he wouldn't be so attached to Sasuke. Well, I think you're right, that's why Konoha village pushed Naruto out. At the end of the day, it's their third Hokage at Konoha village. Sarutobi Hiruzen wanted to explain. Thinking of the people in the group, he finally gave up. It shouldn't be. Uzumaki Naruto doesn't have other partners besides Uchiha Sasuke, why is he so obsessed with Sasuke? And doesn't Uzumaki Naruto like Haruno Sakura? After growing up, the two are still performing tasks in a small team. Judging by the attitude of Haruno Sakura helping Naruto and scolding Yakushi Kabuto 4 times, the relationship between the two should be very close after they mature. This is strange. Is Haruno Sakura not as fragrant as Uchiha Sasuke? Sarutobi Hiruzen really didn't know what was going on in Uzumaki Naruto's mind and why he was holding on to Uchiha Sasuke. Uzumaki Naruto's blood is intertwined with Nine Tails chakra, while the black chakra ball wraps Naruto. A puff of black smoke drifts toward the sky. The heaven and earth bridge in the distance. Haruno Sakura and Yamato looked at the black smoke in the distance, and had a bad feeling. At this time, Yakushi Kabuto finally healed his wound through medical ninjutsu. The power of Jinchuriki, it is not without reason that the Akatsuki organization wants to get them. Powerful, too scary. Yakushi Kabuto is still leaning against the tree weakly, looking at the black smoke rising in the distance. Yamato hastily used the wood-style avatar, wanting the wood-style avatar to go to the scene to observe the specific situation. However, Wood-style's avatar has just come to the other side of the bridge and is about to enter Forest Linshi. Following Uzumaki Naruto's roar resounding throughout the world. The black sphere bursts suddenly. The orange-red chakra rises from the ground and goes straight into the sky. Not only that, but the power of the red chakra erupted into a hurricane like a bamboo. In an instant, gravel, trees, and miscellaneous things in the forest all flew in all directions. Sai in the air was also blown by this strong air flow, and the falcon under his feet immediately turned into ink. Facing the incoming air flow, Yamato's avatar also broke into a cold sweat with fright, and used the wood-style wooden ingot wall to block himself under the wooden stake, thus avoiding the impact. 853. Audience. Not to mention, all the audience is numb. What's this? Chakra's aura alone caused such a big wave. Chakra can set off a hurricane the moment it erupts. How terrible the power must be to do this. Senju Hashirama. Has Nine Tails become this scary already? Just the bursting chakra can form such a strong storm. Senju Tobarama. Brother, that's Jinchuriki, not Nine Tails. Tailed beasts can't exert such terrible power when they are tailed beasts, but they can exert 48 in Jinchuriki's body. The strength cannot be arbitrarily asserted. Quote. Sarutobi Hiruzen. My lord, the first generation. To be honest, the fourth generation had already anticipated the terrible conspiracy of the Akatsuki organization, so they split Nine Tails chakra into two when sealing Nine Tails. The power of Nine Tails in Naruto's body is only the power of half Nine Tails. Quote. Be scared. A bunch of fools. That's just Uzumaki Naruto bursting out of half a Nine Tails. This is also good, enough to achieve the effect of knocking mountains and shaking tigers. Half the power of a Nine Tails. Everyone was terrified by Sarutobi Hiruzen's words. If this was the whole Nine Tails, what a terrifying force Uzumaki Naruto would have to unleash at this time. Wouldn't it be ruined by then? Fourth Raikage. Wait a minute, Konoha village's third generation, are you sure you're not fooling us? Half a Nine Tails has such terrifying power when it runs wild with four tails. Onoki. Fourth Raikage, don't listen to that old monkey's alarmist talk, he is obviously trying to bluff us. Sarutobi Hiruzen is really timid. Don't worry, the inventory is not over. It is impossible for us to pay attention to Konoha village, besides, there is no Akatsuki organization in the ninja world. Pen. Thank you so much, old man third Tsuchikage. Jiraiya. I have a feeling Orochimaru must be playing it off this time. Sarutobi Hiruzen. He deserves it, who told him to stimulate Naruto. However, at this moment, a mechanical sound suddenly sounded. The following will be a prize quiz. Question. When Uzumaki Naruto releases Tailed Beast Bomb, the situation of Orochimaru is as follows, please make the right choice. A. Orochimaru Earth Style slipped away. B. Orochimaru died after the Tailed Beast Bomb. C. Orochimaru summoned the triple Rashomon to resist the Tailed Beast Bomb, but he was buried in the soil with his legs upside down after being bombed. D. Orochimaru summoned the triple Rashomon and successfully resisted the Tailed Beast Bomb's attack. Is Orochimaru-sama summoning the triple Rashomon? The four of Otoyan and Kimimaro were extremely excited. This is Master Orochimaru's most powerful defensive ninjutsu, and it must be able to block the so-called Tailed Beast Bomb. Zuo Jin. As the Tailed Beast Bomb just like a wind-style chakra ball ejected from the beak of the crane. Uken. It's impossible for an attack like that to work against Orochimaru-sama's Rashomon. 17. Kidomaru. Master Orochimaru must have successfully blocked the Tailed Beast Bomb. Tayuya. HMPH. Senju Hashirama. Is Orochimaru Kid even Rashomon? Then there is no problem, it will definitely stop the Tailed Beast Bomb. Back then, I used Rashomon to change the trajectory of the Tailed Beast Bomb of Nine Tails under Madara's control. Senju Tobarama. Brother, don't give people random ideas here, your Rashomon is fivefold. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Master first generation, you can't lower yourself to compare with my rebel, I guess Orochimaru probably runs away. Jiraiya. At least someone as desperate as him is absolutely impossible to fight against Tailed Beast Bomb, I think he. Jiraiya. Ha ha ha, I want to choose C. I'm really looking forward to seeing Orochimaru buried in the ground with his legs upside down. Tsunade. Jiraiya, are you taking revenge for living under the halo of Orochimaru's genius all those years ago? But your idea is very interesting, I want to see it too, I also choose C, hiccup. Jiraiya looked at the discussion group, and suddenly broke out in a cold sweat. Why did this guy Tsunade suddenly make a fuss? This is not the point is that this guy will lose every bet. If she chooses C, the correct answer is definitely not C. Uzumaki Naruto. I also choose C. I think Orochimaru is too hateful. It's time for him to learn a lesson. Uzumaki Kushina. Naruto, you can't choose randomly, this thing is not what you think it is. Jiraiya. I want to ask, is it too late for me to change my answer now? Yin Yin Village. Orochimaru stared at the screen in bewilderment. Tailed Beast Bomb vs. Rashomon. No matter how much he thought, he couldn't figure out why he wanted to see Uzumaki Naruto's ability to run amok. Does Uzumaki Naruto have anything to do with being stronger than weaker as Jinchuriki? I don't know what I'm doing on the screen. Orochimaru was slightly speechless. According to his current personality and temper, if Uzumaki Naruto releases Tailed Beast Bomb on himself, he will definitely choose to run away. Many ninjas have never seen the power of Tailed Beast Bomb, But he is different, having experienced all kinds of battles, big and small. Orochimaru, who has experienced countless life and death missions, knows something about Tailed Beast Bomb. An attack formed by non-stop compression of pure chakra without attributes. Namikaze Minato is a Rasengan created after the Tailed Beast Bomb. But how can the power of ninjutsu released by the ninja compare with the Tailed Beast Bomb released by the Tailed Beast? Just leave out the Tailed Beast Bomb. Why don't you run away or find a way to avoid it, summoning Rashomon? What happened to me on the screen? Could it be that I was really testing the strength of Naruto, the whirlpool, for Sasuke? Orochimaru was at a loss. At this time, Uzumaki Naruto was slightly lying on the ground, showing no human appearance at all. The four tails are swaying with the wind. On the opposite side of him, Orochimaru's behavior is even more strange. He is lying on the ground, smiling and looking at Uzumaki Naruto, who is not far away, with his long tongue sticking out and constantly shaking. Hum hum. Hum hum. Orochimaru chuckles a few times. Slowly raises his body. However, suddenly, Orochimaru suddenly started, and after retching, his whole body had to crawl on the ground again. In an instant, a long snake spewed out from his mouth. Slowly, the formation of long snakes actually formed a layer of sea waves, tumbling towards Uzumaki Naruto. Not only that, a sharp sword protruded from the mouth of each long snake, as if wanting to stab Uzumaki Naruto in front of him into countless holes. Facing the menacing snake wave, Four Tails Naruto shook his head, as if he didn't know how to deal with this amount of attacks. However, at the next moment, Four Tails Naruto waved his hand, impatiently pushing hard to the ground. Boom! Another loud bang. Four Tails Naruto's feet exploded again. Terrifying energy shocks immediately swept all directions. All the long snakes were instantly burned by the scorching power. The strong wind formed by the energy has once again cleaned up the positive forest. Even Orochimaru lost his original smile, and looked at Uzumaki Naruto, who had lost his mind with a dull face. It exploded again. This time, all viewers finally got to see Uzumaki Naruto in action. Horror, because of horror. He just punched the ground casually. The resulting energy fluctuations are infinitely lethal. And the audience was particularly confused by Orochimaru's behavior. How did he manage to spit out so many long snakes from his mouth? Could that also be a ninjutsu product of Orochimaru chakra condensed? Inside the ninja school in Konoha village, all the students were completely stunned by the scene in front of them. Whether it was Uchiha Sasuke, Nara Shikamaru, even Kurenai Yuhi and Asuma, they were all stunned by the sight before them and said nothing. Is this the true power of Nine Tails Jinchuriki Uzumaki Naruto's rampage? Uchiha Sasuke couldn't help but shed a cold sweat. He knew very well that Uzumaki Naruto on the screen had already lost consciousness. The guy who is fighting is a monster without the slightest consciousness. All living creatures he sees are his enemies. Thinking of the previous battle in the Valley of the End, Sasuke was afraid for a while. At that time, if Naruto had added 2 more tails, he might not have to interrupt his limbs to bring Konoha back, and he might have killed himself on the spot. The battle continues. Four Tails Naruto seems to be fighting with instinctive consciousness. Glances at Orochimaru on the opposite side. He suddenly buried his arms in the ground. Orochimaru couldn't figure out Naruto's intentions, but was vigilant against him. Suddenly, Orochimaru seemed to sense something, and his eyes turned to the ground under his feet. Snort. Suppressing the shock in his heart, Orochimaru grinned sneerily, and at the moment the ground cracked, Orochimaru fled the scene. Boom. Another loud bang. The ground split open, and a pair of huge red sharp claws emerged from the ground. Fortunately, Orochimaru escaped fast enough. As soon as he dodged the attack, Orochimaru felt something strange coming from behind him. Turning his head to look, he found that Naruto, who was standing on the ground with both arms, stretched out another sharp claw, chasing after Orochimaru to grab it. The speed of the claw's action completely exceeded Orochimaru's imagination. For a while, Orochimaru could only end up being beaten and dodged passively. Finally, after dodging several times, Orochimaru seized the opportunity and used the snake hand to face the attacking claws. However, the moment the long snake bound its sharp claws, it was melted by the force of the sharp claws. Orochimaru is taken aback when he sees this. Looking at his own snake wall slowly disappearing, he made quick use of his wits and once again resorted to the big snake flow body replacement technique. The moment Orochimaru slipped out, the original body was melted by Naruto's chakra. I'm dizzy, look at the big snake's appearance. Where are his legs? How did his legs become a tail? However, Orochimaru in this form runs more quickly. I'm really convinced. Compared with Uzumaki Naruto's tailed beast, why do I feel that Orochimaru is less human? The audience was blown away by Orochimaru's ninjutsu show. First, people spit out snakes, and snakes spit out swords. Now it's a human spitting snake again, but this snake is actually Orochimaru himself. That soft figure, that gliding speed on the ground. Orochimaru today cannot be called human from any angle or aspect. The Orochimaru movement under free sliding is indeed much faster than before. He taxis towards Four Tails Naruto in a hurry. Taking advantage of Naruto's arm stuck in the soil, Orochimaru punched Naruto in the face hard. Roar. Four Tails Naruto let out a low growl. Orochimaru's punch was so powerful that Four Tails Naruto lost his balance in an instant. Snort. Seeing this, Orochimaru's mouth twitched into a smile. It's a pity that before his smile disappeared, another Four Tails Naruto suddenly appeared from Four Tails Naruto's body, and cut off Orochimaru's body with a backhand claw. Just what happened in the next scene, even the unconscious Four Tails Naruto was stunned. Orochimaru's severed body suddenly drilled countless long snakes, and after the long snakes were entangled, the bodies of the snakes were glued together again. Even after his long tail shook a few times, he actually gave birth to two legs. Audience. Jiraiya. Great. Orochimaru, can you tell me, what the hell are you now? Tsunade. Yeah. Orochimaru. You look so weird. Is that guy really Orochimaru who is called Konoha Sannin together with Jiraiya and Tsunade? What the hell is this? The body has been split into two pieces, but it is possible to rely on the winding of the long snake to glue the body together again. From the looks of it, Orochimaru really fits the description given to him by the system. It is really impossible to kill him. Look, Four Tails Naruto is in a daze. Anyone who meets a difficult guy like Orochimaru will be very distressed. Wait, take a look. What is Uzumaki Naruto doing? What are those balls, chakra? After a short fight, Four Tails Naruto and Orochimaru once again distanced themselves and confronted each other. Roar. Four Tails Naruto let out a low growl, and quickly shook his body a few times. In an instant, countless blue, red and black balls emerged from his body. Looking at two strands of chakra balls of different colors floating in the air. Orochimaru's face suddenly became serious. That is. Could it be chakra? When the voice fell, Orochimaru saw that Four Tails Naruto was already sitting on the ground, and chakra balls of two colors kept coming towards his mouth. Just a few seconds of effort. Two colors of chakra balls are mixed to form a purple-black chakra ball. The moment the chakra ball shrunk in size, Four Tails Naruto seemed to be carrying a heavy weight, and the ground under his feet sank at the same time. Orochimaru sees this. Don't dare to neglect. Withdrawing and retreating to the rear, Orochimaru broke out in a cold sweat when he looked at Four Tails Naruto who was lying on the opposite side because he swallowed the chakra ball. Jiao Dahao, hehe, this is no joke. That guy actually swallowed such a dense chakra. If you hit this trick, I'm afraid you will die. After speaking, the thumbs of both hands were bitten by the snake. At the same time, Four Tails Naruto's stomach suddenly swelled, and in the next second, an explosion of light brought a tailed beast bomb out of Naruto's mouth. Tailed beast bomb flies towards Orochimaru. Orochimaru didn't dare to do anything else, and quickly clapped his hands on the ground. Triple Rashomon. Boom. At this moment, Yindi kept trembling with the rise of Rashomon. The ghost-faced Fang Gate with a height of tens of meters on three sides stands in front of Orochimaru. At this time, Tailed Beast Bomb arrives as promised. The moment it hit the Rashomon, it was so compressed that chakra exploded instantly, and the energy generated swallowed up the three Rashomons together. Not only that, the explosion produced by the Tailed Beast Bomb even destroyed everything around it. Wait until the explosion is over and the smoke clears. Orochimaru's three-faced Rashomon has long since disappeared, and he himself was buried in the soil with his legs upside down and his head down. Is this the legendary tailed beast bomb? The explosion produced by the tailed beast bomb stunned the audience. They also remembered that Shuzuru said that he would use the tailed beast bomb to kill Toad Bunta and Naruto. It appears that what Shukaku said was true. Such a strong and tall Rashomon was instantly blown up without a trace. It can be seen how terrifying the tailed beast bomb ejected by Naruto is. No wonder everyone says that tailed beasts are natural disasters. If the tailed beast bomb is fired from Ninja Village, the ghost knows how long the village can last. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and support our channel.